Presented by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Oak Knoll, an active life care community. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, your family-friendly, dependable, and honest auto repair shop. Celebrating 29 good years in Iowa City. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. Homewood and Home 2 Suites, preferred hotel of the Hawkeye Radio Network. And by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Now, welcome to Hawkeye Wrestling.
Good Sunday afternoon. Welcome into Carver Hawkeye Arena. MediaCom Mat will be more like a cornfield today as it is the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. Iowa and Iowa State getting ready to lock horns. Good afternoon. Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside saying thanks for joining us. Mark, a lot of people talking about this for, well, basically all offseason and early parts of this year, all this week. This is a matchup that a lot of people seeing. First time these two have been ranked in the top 10 since 2008. When they get together. It has been a long time, but there is a lot that people are ready for with this matchup.
This one here brings a lot of hype into this duel meet here in Iowa City today in the Carver Hawkeye Arena. The fans have been out in the restaurants early this morning. They were walking down. People were coming in way earlier than normal to get here today. People coming out of the woods, out of shotguns, opening weekend of shotgun season to get their butts in the seats or to watch the TV. This is going to be all eyes on the middle of the mat, but also the corners of the mat here today in Iowa City. And I am super pumped and excited for this duel meet, and we're going to come out a blazing glory.
Well, we're pulling in, and Jessica saw all the University police cars, and she's like, they expecting something today? I'm like, it's Iowa State. What else?
I'm willing to bet there are definitely more peace officers than normal here today. It's going to be a wrestling match and then some.
Hey, that's what we're looking forward to, though. And these are the types of atmospheres that
I wish I still had eligibility.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was telling Cody Goodwin beforehand. I went down to use the restroom and came back up. And I said, people make fun of me. I'm just the radio guy. I'm ready to go do some rinse prints. I'm jacked up. Like, you get excited for an atmosphere like this, and as a competitor, that's all you can ask for. I mean, it's going to be a great environment. You're going to have 14,000 fans. It's going to be just intense. Fight for every inch. Every point is going to be huge, and that's what you want to be. You want to test yourself, push yourself to those limits.
Absolutely, you're going to be. A lot of these matches are going to be pushed to their limits. There's a lot of matches here that could go either way, flip one way or the other, and so guys are going to get pushed. They're going to get pushed conditionally. They're going to see how good they are scrambling abilities. And to be able to be pushed too is can they keep the nerves down to not expend a whole lot of energy before the match even starts and not get into, as Gable used to say, until it's your time to get into it. So I'm looking forward to this today. You got former Hawkeyes back, obviously Kevin Dresser, former Hawkeye, Derek St. John, former Hawkeye, Brett Metcalf, former Hawkeye, and there's going to be sparks flying. There's no doubt about it because there's no love lost between these two teams, and it's the Cy-Hawk duel. So
that's right.
It is what it is. I'm just glad that it's a beautiful day and people are piling into here, and I hope everybody gets in their seats early enough to watch Spencer Lee come out.
Well, like Mark said, it is the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. Iowa corn farmers are proud that our student athletes are part of the great Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk tradition. As farmers can attest, when you put in the work and give it your all, great things happen. Winning moments are made. Today, we celebrate our state in the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. # Iowans win. I had a chance to track down Coach Tom Brands up in the locker room a little while ago. As can be expected, Coach was pretty well locked in and focused on what's coming up, and so we will hear from him when we come back. First, want to remind you that today's meet preview brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Quick timeout. We'll be back with more of your pre-meet. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the off-season, conditioning is #1. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to the pre-meet, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. Our time now to talk with Hawkeye coach Tom Brands, presented by Pioneer. Coach, Cyhawk Series, not really anything to say. This one, there's a lot of outside talk, but it's two rivals going to get after it. We're looking forward to a knockdown drag out there today.
It always is, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is, and that's where we're at. It's match day, match time. Use Gable's term, 0 hour is upon us.
A lot of individual matchups people are circling, but I mean, you and I have talked over the years. There's 10 very important weights out there for this team, for the score, but also for this team moving forward here in the early part of December.
Yeah, you can circle every match because they're all important to our guys, and sure, it's the same for the other side. The bottom line is there's a little bit more maybe fuel for the fire. There's a little bit more octane. This is a team that, you know, it's important to win wrestling matches in their program. It's important to win wrestling matches in our program. You could say the same thing for a dozen matchups in Division I college wrestling. It's upon us today, and we got to show up, and it's time to perform. And when you get a chance to put the clamps on them, you put them down hard, get those bonus points. All those things are important. Clock, you know, not letting the clock tick down. You could go on and on and on. We're just a little bit more heightened awareness. Enough said, time to go.
Let's get after it. Thanks very much, Coach.
Let's get after it.
It's Hawkeye coach Tom Brands, presented by Pioneer. When it comes to great yield potential and strong agronomic performance in your fields, choose Pioneer. What's next happens here. Back with more of the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Coralville's 42nd annual Isle of Lights tour will occur on Sunday, December 11th, sponsored by Green State Credit Union. Light the walkways at your home or business as thousands of luminaria glow throughout Coralville. Stop by open houses at the Iowa River Landing and Old Town Hall. Enjoy luminaria decorating and cultural displays at St. Morrison Park. Visit Santa and Bob's Choo Choo Train in City Hall. Learn more about the Coralville Isle of Lights tour at coralville.org.
Whether you're in the mood for your favorite radio station or getting lost inside a hit podcast, the iHeartRadio app gives you access to what you want to hear when you want to hear it. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the off-season, conditioning is #1. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a beggin' Christmas. We wish you a beggin' Christmas. Go quest ye merry Dobermen, let beggin' you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of beggin'. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday, it's Beggin'!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
What is dedication?
I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. MediaCom Matt for the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series, number 2 Iowa and number 7 Iowa State. Just a few minutes away from getting things underway. Going to start things off at 125 pounds. Top-ranked Spencer Lee for the Hawkeyes, a senior at 0-0, or junior Aiden Harris at 0-4 will take on either number 15 Kyson Tarakina, a junior at 3-2, Corey Cabanban, a senior at 0-0, or Ethan Perryman, a freshman at 8-1. At 133 pounds, either sophomore Colin Schriever, a 7-1 record for the Hawkeyes, or Jesse Ibarra, sophomore at 0-0. They will be taking on Ramazan Adasov, a junior with a record of 4-0 this year. At 141 pounds, either number 2 in the country, Real Woods, senior, looking for his first competition, or Drew Bennett, a senior at 3-2. One of them will be taking on number 10, Casey Swiderski. He is a freshman with a record of 4-0. At 149 pounds, number 6 in the country, Max Murin, the senior at 5-0, will be taking on number 8 in the country, Paniro Johnson, a freshman with a 4-0 record, including that big win over Gomez of Wisconsin earlier this year. At 157 pounds, number 14, Kobe Siebrecht for the Hawkeyes, the junior Big Ten Wrestler of the Week, or redshirt freshman Caleb Rachi at 1-1. One of them will be taking on Jason Kraser. He is a senior with a record of 2-2. 165 pounds, number 13, Patrick Kennedy for the Hawkeyes, the sophomore at 4-0, takes on number 3 in the country, David Carr, the senior at 6-0. 174 pounds, senior Nelson Brands, number 15 in the country with a 1-0 record, taking on either number 23, Julian Broderson, a junior at 5-0, or MJ Gachin. He is a freshman with a record of 1-1. 184 pounds, 8th-ranked Abe Assad, 5-0 record for the junior, takes on number 5 in the country, Marcus Coleman. He is a senior with a record of 5-0. 197 pounds, either number 2, Jacob Warner, the senior at 4-0, or junior Zach Glazier, 1-0 record on the mark. They'll be taking on number 6, Younger Bastida. He is a junior with a record of 5-0. And we'll close things out with the heavyweights. Senior, number 4 in the country, Tony Cassiope, 5-0 record, taking on number 9, Sam Schuyler. He is a senior with a record of 5-0. Matt Sorochinsky and Titus Godbolt are your referees for this afternoon. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels, Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Hawkeyes and Cyclones have both made their way out from the tunnel. Hawkeyes wearing their normal black warm-ups. Iowa State wearing their red robes with the gold belt around the waist. A few more people in here than we saw on last weekend.
I got goosebumps. I mean, I literally, when those guys came out of the tunnel just now, my whole body just took over with a big old shiver and goosebumps. And it's not cold in here. It is hot in here. The pyrotechnics going and everything else. And this crowd just, when they came out of the tunnel just now, Max Muir led the way. And Spencer Lee came out about probably in the middle of the pack. As soon as he came out of the tunnel, people could see him. This place just erupted.
We're going to step out and take our final break of the pre-meet. We will come back with wrestling action, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is open for your game day needs, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, many Iowa-made favorites. They have the stuff you won't find anywhere else. Carrying one of the best selections of local craft beer in all of Iowa, including those difficult-to-find selections from Pulpit Rock and Dimensional Brewing. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
When I'm thinking of a meal with friends or family or a business lunch, I always think of Monica's. I know their huge menu will have something that everyone will like. More importantly to me, you never waste your money because the food is always great. Nothing worse than going out to eat and your money and the occasion is wasted because the food was not great. Monica's is the most consistent restaurant I know. There is a reason why they've won so many awards and are always busy. Try them and see. They appreciate every customer and have a great staff.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the offseason, conditioning is number one. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
Hawkeye Sports and Fox Sports. AM 800, KXIC Iowa City. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number one for podcasting.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800, KXIC Iowa City.
Carver Hawkeye Arena, Mediacom Mat, the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. National anthem performed very well there by Eli Alger. Royce Alger's son, former Hawkeye. He had a few fun moments in this rivalry. Mark, so many different memories that you've seen from this. I mean, you and I have been doing this together for, 16, 17 years. We've got a lot of fun ones. You go back even 20 years before that, and this matchup brings out some excitement.
It sure does. It goes way back. I mean, this is where I was kind of raised on Iowa wrestling. I was watching on Iowa Public Television.
Oh, for sure.
Jim Gibbons, who's still doing it down there for Big Ten Network. Tim Johnson. But his partner, Jim Gibbons, was the coach at Iowa State back then. And he was the coach for Danny Knight and Steve Knight and Volker and Jackson, who Royce used to wrestle all the time. Some absolute awesome matches back in the day, and growing up and watching those meets and those matches and stuff, and that's where, my brother and I, we really got into Iowa wrestling and wrestling in general, and and it's still carrying on today, but even this year probably more so than ever, just because, like you mentioned, it's the first time since 2008 both these teams are ranked in the top 10. Iowa State got the number 3 ranked recruiting class in the country last year, so they're looking for some big things. There's some really big things. They had a pretty good team last year, did not do well at the national tournament. They'd like to come back and do a little bit better this year.
I was reading through some of the media notes from both teams. Iowa State, 18 dual meet winning streak, dating back to last year. But if you look in the series, I think it's 16 straight that the Hawkeyes have won in this series.
16 straight. Wow, that's a lot.
The last time Iowa State won was 2004.
2000 what? 2004?
Yeah.
Iowa State wearing the robes back in the day, like what they used to wear when Coach Gable was wrestling. Coach Gable's still on his feet over there.
Oh, yeah.
As are basically all the fans in here.
Test after test and field after field, we're tougher on our corn hybrids than ever before. Pioneer brand corn hybrids are field proven and ready for yours. Talk with your local Pioneer sales representative to learn more. Live on the Big Ten Network, so we'll have a little bit different breaks here today. Captain's meeting at center mat. How big is the eruption going to be when We Will Rock You starts to play here in...
I was wondering what his song was. I couldn't remember.
Or the Pokemon theme, one or the other.
Wow, I tell you what, people might not sit down for the entire first match.
Yeah.
You might be standing through the entire first match.
That's fine by me.
We got sitting next to us up here on press row is the legendary referee himself, retired now, Mike Allen, who has reffed many of these over the years. Man, look at this place. Pyrotechnics going off. Everybody has their phones out waiting for Spencer Lee to come out of that tunnel. Waiting for TV to get started. Like I mentioned before, you got Kevin Dresser down there, Brent Metcalf, Derek St. John. Here it comes. We will rock you.
There it is. They see him on the big screen coming out the tunnel. Everybody's ready for this. Spencer Lee making his way out, his season debut. First time he wrestled since about last year, this time down in Destin, Florida.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps like you won't believe. God, the look on his face when I see him in the room before this, too, before the match today, he is ready to go. Brett Metcalf, I was watching him when he come out of the tunnel, wouldn't even look up, just looking down at the ground. He was like, oh, crap.
No.
Here we go.
Matt Sorochinski, the referee, gets the two wrestlers together. Trying to see who they announce this is for Iowa State. And there's
is that
shot.
Tarakina?
No.
Who's that?
Shot and a reshot there by...
Well, that was a takedown right there. That was a takedown for Spencer Lee.
Spencer gets the two.
Kind of bowled him over. Nice snap right there by Spencer Lee. Snapped him all the way down to his knees and just kind of bowled him over.
This is senior Corey Cabanban. Takes a shot from a ways away on Spencer. Spencer drives around behind, gets the two. Cabanban right away into a sit-out.
Spencer trying to suck him back a little bit there, and Cabanban is not having any part of that.
As soon as he gets taken down, he's doing anything to keep those arms clear so that this doesn't happen. Spencer throws that chicken wing in.
Ain't going to be not much he can do to stop this. He's going to get some near fall points.
There
right
he reaches
here.
across, gets the tilt.
That was one. That's four.
He still has that same tilt in.
He's got to let go of the wrist.
There he does. Just like that, a minute gone by. Spencer Lee on top by a score of 8-1.
Now he's trying to put the arm out on the back.
He's looking for a quick hip tilt. There he rolls him all the way through with that 2-on-1 reinforced. Would have been points in freestyle, but didn't hold him there. So now he goes back to work deep waist on the right side. Levering the arm on the left. Into that chicken wing.
Chicken wing's locked up. Wrist.
Reinforces it.
Slingshot engaged. Another near fall point right there. Near fall for Spencer Lee.
That's going to make it 12-1.
Potentially dangerous.
And then, yeah, they do blow potentially dangerous. Get a fresh start with 1:24 to go here, first period. These Hawkeye fans to their feet. Oh, blood time. Not potentially dangerous. Spencer's got a sleeve on that left leg. And Corey Cabanban.
Cutting up his nose. He's ready to go. Cleaning up the mat out there. God, this is awesome.
It's reset. Cabanban working up to his feet. Spencer works him back down. Coming around on the left side, trying to get that chicken wing back in. Cabanban trying to throw that arm out wide. And they're going to stop it for potentially dangerous. He was down below the elbow. I think Spencer was trying to trap the wrist to help him adjust to get above the elbow there, but Matt Sorochinski.
Spencer's talking to him, too.
He'll get a fresh start again. Cabanban back into that sit-out. Spencer throws that wing in on the left side. Cabanban able to scoot the hips out, gets out for the escape. 12-2 is the lead now for Spencer Lee. Cabanban circling around from a non-tie. Now Spencer comes across. Cabanban's actually been the aggressor on the two shots. Now there's another one. Spencer able to get back into that front headlock. Cabanban tries to duck under it. Stop it. The nose plug fell out.
He's going to pick it up and throw it over to their trainer. We got 32 seconds to go here in the first period. Spencer's leading this 12-2. 2 takedowns and two 4-point near falls. Need another takedown here. They want to end it on the mat for sure. Get another takedown this period.
20 seconds left. Spencer's usually good in these situations. Reaches at the leg.
Bad shot by Spencer.
Yeah.
Spencer, he's looking lethargic. He's looking tired out there.
12-2 at the end of the first. Well, you talk the emotions. First time coming out.
A lot of emotions.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. Spencer's going to defer his choice.
Neutral. They're going to go neutral. Which is smart on their behalf for sure.
Spencer just staying solid position right there. Snap. Tries throwing an underhook by. Ban throws the legs back, though.
Come on, Spence. Get a shot. Hit your shot. Patent his sweep.
Another half attempt there by Caban. Spencer's trying to find that 2-on-1 now. Throws the underhook, dives at the leg, but Caban jumps out of it.
Spencer has 1:35 riding time.
Another 2-on-1 here by Spencer. Head on the opposite side. Goes looking for that carry. Caban able to keep his legs back, though. Caban clears the tie. Comes back across. Spencer with a snap, but just kind of snap to snap, not really followed through with anything.
Now 1 minute. Not much action here by either wrestler in this second period here. Started neutral, 12-2, and it's still 12-2. No scores at all this period.
Spencer keeps going to that 2-on-1.
Would think to going in the third period, Spencer's going to choose top, would be my guess.
Spencer tries hitting that sweep, but Caban threw the leg back. 30 seconds to go, second period. Another shot by Caban. Gets back in on a double leg, and he's going to take Spencer Lee down.
And Spencer Lee makes no move off the bottom to try and get out either. Just laying flat on his mat, on the mat. Just flat on the mat. Completely flat.
Final seconds tick away
I think
here.
He is just absolutely exhausted before this match even started. Come out.
12-4 as we go to period number 3. Spencer's choice.
Got a little cut below his eyes. His eye.
Spencer's going to choose down.
I don't know if he wants down. I would go top if I was him. He's got a gut check time. You got to remember, Spencer has not wrestled for over a year. He just got cleared to start live wrestling 2 weeks ago, and he got big in the offseason. Like, big, strong. He's got to pull a lot of weight to get down here to 125 pounds.
Spencer staying at his base. Ban trying to suck him back. Spencer getting that hand control. Up, out for the escape. That makes it 13-4.
Come on, Spencer. You got to move your feet. You got to stay in there. You got to finish strong, kid. This is where mental toughness comes in. You want to win world championships and Olympic championship gold medals, you're going to have to be tough in situations like this, Spence. Come on, buddy. Up to your feet. Bad shot by there by Spencer. Ways. Did come up to his feet. Squared up right there.
Just kind of, I mean, even his hand fighting and his ties. I mean,
he's not
really putting effort in. He's just kind of draping things.
A lot of reaction there. There's a little throw by for a 2-point takedown.
Half attempt by Spencer, and Caban tried ducking underneath of it. Spencer just kind of threw the arm down, threw him by, and gets around behind and gets the 2. Caban into a sit-out.
We need a 4-point near fall is what we need.
Spencer trying to suck him, can't get it. Staying in that sit-out. Now just lets him out for the escape, 15-5.
45 seconds to go here. Dang, I was hoping for a 4-point, getting one more near fall and ending this match. Come on, stay in there. Circle in there, Spencer. He's off. Feet are on the edge. Butts to the edge. He's got to stay in there and circle. You got to stay in there. Don't just back out. Stall warning on Spencer. That's deserving, too, just backing out. Let's go, Spence. Come on. Come on, Spencer. You got to get up. He's not even wanting to get up. He is so exhausted. Like, so exhausted. It's not easy being in that situation when your body is just basically shut down.
Yeah.
It's a 1 hour weigh-in too. You know, he's been weighing in, but he hasn't been going out and wrestling live wrestling matches after in an hour either.
10 seconds on the clock. And Spencer Lee in his season debut. He's going to get a riding time point.
4 points for the Hawks.
He's going to win this by a score of 16-5. Hawks on top 4-0. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, has been voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year. They proudly support Hawkeye Wrestling. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. We move to 133 pounds. Ramazan Adasov for Iowa State. And Colin Schriever going to get the nod. They listed Jesse Ibarra, but Schriever's going to get the go.
It's tough. This is a tough task for Schriever here.
Well, this Adasov, I think 6-4 was the score against DeSano last year.
Well, he's just trying to slow DeSano down. I
Yeah.
mean, Adasov is a Russian, and that's kind of what they do. Just really slow, methodical type wrestling. And he doesn't put a lot of points on the scoreboard, but he is dangerous.
Got hurt at the NCAAs, had to forfeit out of the tournament. Hawks on top 4-0, 133 pounds. 2:25 here in the first period. Schriever for the Hawks. Adasov for Iowa State.
Going back to Spencer's match, he was just so incredibly exhausted and tired. You could see it even in the first period. And that just goes from not weighing in and not wrestling for a really, really long time. And those 1 hour weigh-ins, he was the first person out of the gate. So it's going to take some getting used to, there's no doubt. And I'm sure he had to, lose some muscle mass and some water to get down into 125 pounds with getting so big and strong in that off season. He knew that was going to be an issue, but he's going to be wrestling 125 and a half, I think it is, poundage-wise for international wrestling too against Thomas Gilman. So he needs to get it under control because wrestling like that, you're not going to be Thomas Gilman wrestling being that tired.
Halfway through this first period, no score. There's Schriever. Taps, gets into a shot, head to the inside. It's a little extended here, trying to get those hips up under him. Adasayev reaching back, trying to lock to the crotch. We're trying to cut the corner here.
This is his shot, head to the inside single to the right side.
Adasayev reaches back, grabs our wrists.
Broke our grip right there. I'd like to see us step over that. God dang it, we were so close to stepping over, cutting the corner, getting an angle and stepping over.
1 minute to go, first period, no score. Adasayev working a lot on that 2-on-1. That's the reason they call it the Russian tie. There he hits an ankle pick, tries to come back up, underhook on the other side. Schriever doing a good job keeping those hips back. Now over-under body lock situation for Adasayev. He clears out of that. Good job by Schriever. .30 seconds to go. Good hand fighting in action by these guys. There's a duck attempt by Schriever. Down blocked by Adasayev. Adasayev with a shot. Reshot there by Schriever. Almost had a cradle locked in. Adasayev able to scoot those hips back, though, and square back up. And this first period will come to an end. No score.
This weight class for the Hawkeyes still isn't 100% a done deal yet. Obviously, Teskey won the wrestle-off, won the first meet of the year against Cal Baptist and hasn't wrestled since. Minor injury that's just taken longer to get healed than what we thought it would be. Just takes time. There's really nothing you can do for it just other than just time. And Schriever is a great another person to put in the weight class here because those guys are neck and neck and be battling out anyway. And Schriever getting some great experience.
Adisayev starts down. Shriver able to ride him for about 15 seconds, and then Adisayev with the hand control gets the escape. Adisayev throwing the underhook in, tries to throw it by. Shriver steps out of it.
What happened? Fingers? Oh, yeah, fingers. Locking fingers.
Stalemate it for locked fingers. Next one, Sorochinsky will determine who initiated and get a stall call.
Nice action
a little
right
better,
now.
yeah.
I like Shriver moving his feet, moving his hands, trying to create some action. Adisov with a shot from a little ways away from an underhook there. Not where we want to be. Adisov's really trying to force that underhook into double unders right now.
I know over the years we always talk about, being the one that controls the ties and forces your pace, forces your style, but you got to also understand a guy like Adisayev, he's going to do those underhooks, those 2-on-1s, and know how to not get into that and let him get where he's strong and
nice shot right here. Nice one.
Trying to elevate
in
that
the air.
leg.
35 seconds. Adisayev hopping around right now.
Shriver trying to see if he can break that whizzer, drops back down to the mat. And Adisayev scoots his ankle out.
Get your legs back.
In on a shot. Shriver sprawls back into a front headlock.
Pick here. Pick. Circle, circle, circle.
Out of bounds. They head back to the center with 14.7 on the clock.
Come on, Shriver. That's one thing we don't have to worry about Shriver getting tired. That kid, he is a machine when it comes to work ethic. Always in his nutrition, weight control, everything is like 100% perfect all the time. Just a great kid.
Seconds tick away. It will be 1-0 Adisayev as we go to the third. Shriver's choice. He'll start down, I presume.
Yep. Took a little bit of time to try and figure out what we wanted to do there. A little bit of hesitation.
Shriver set. Adisayev covers.
And if you're Iowa State and you want to win this duel, this is a must-win situation here. This is a match they got to have.
Adisayev trying to throw a leg in. Shriver keeps those out. Trying to climb up to his feet.
And Shriver has shown that he struggles on the bottom. He's right in that ankle. How come he's not counting that?
I don't know. He's got the one leg in, so that might be the only reason.
I know, but he still can't just hang on to the ankle like that.
Shriver still working, trying to get up to his base. Adisayev up to 25 seconds and counting of riding
time. He's trying to bent leg Turk here. Come on, Shriver, up to push back, push back, push back, push back, push back. There you go, one escape. Nice job, Shriver.
Ties the match up at 1. Riding time not a factor. A minute to go here in the regulation.
We've been in on so many shots and not been able to finish. I shouldn't say so many, like 2, but good, deep, solid shots.
Adisayev trying to get that underhook again.
Circle, 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 Shriver. Don't hang out on the edge there. Circle.
There's Adisayev. Gets to our leg. Trying to suck this in.
Adisayev here in this third period. Now he's starting to wrestle a little bit. He's coming after him. He's getting the corner on us. 35 seconds to go. Above our knee. We're in a bad position here. Whizzer, we're in really bad position.
Tries to somersault through, and Adisayev just drilled the hips down for the 2.
And that's going to do it. That is going to do it. One shot by Adisayev, and boom, takedown. No, that's what they wanted. That's kind of how he wrestles. That's his forte. We just needed to finish one of those shots that we were in on earlier. He's going to get
3-1 will be the final score. Makes it 4-3 after 2 matches. We'll step out for a timeout. We'll be back with more. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Briley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the offseason, conditioning is number one. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye Softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Hi, I'm Johnny Ergson Tata, and I will never forget meeting Alyssa, who suffered from hyperacusis. Alyssa virtually lived in her dark bedroom, and when I spoke with her, I had to do so in a gentle whisper. What is hyperacusis? Well, imagine being at a movie where the soundtrack is turned way, way up. After 5 minutes, you just have to leave holding your ears. Things like turning newspaper pages, running water, your child placing dishes on the table, all are intolerable to someone like Alyssa. Hyperacusis is a strange condition, but even people who suffer from serious migraines experience it. Now, you may not know someone like Alyssa, but her story underscores that all of us are being constantly bombarded with noise. So, friend, take the earplugs out and turn down the volume. And when you have a chance, visit disabilitycampaign.org to learn more about hyperacusis and other disabilities.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Media series. Stephen Grayson, Mark Ironside. As Hawks on top by a score of 4-3. Spencer Lee, a 16-5 major decision. Colin Shriver dropped a 3-1 decision to Ramazan Adasov. Adasov for Iowa State with a takedown with about 20 seconds left in that match to get the win.
So far, this is kind of going how we thought it would. We thought we'd get more points out of Spencer Lee, either a tack or a pin. Ended up selling for a major, but we'll take that. That still has us in the lead. And, Adasov was probably favored to win that match, but when you're in on two deep shots like that and have potential to finish them, I mean, you're right there. And, man, we just got to get better at finishing those shots. And Adasov took one shot towards the end. He waited to the third period to kind of do something, relied on his defense, and just can't let him to our legs.
Swiderski. Highly touted freshman out of Michigan, four-time Michigan State champion. Real Woods will get his Carver Hawkeye and Iowa singlet debut. All-American two-time at Stanford. Was supposed to wrestle in the All-Star duel last week, but 2 weeks ago, but ended up having to back out.
We don't know what to expect out of Real Woods here. I don't know what kind of shape he's going to be in. He hasn't wrestled at all. First time in a Hawkeye singlet right here. He's in a nice low single. Schwarzky got his legs back. Real Woods with the underhook on the left side there. This is really crowd loving this. Real Woods coming out. Spencer Lee came out earlier. Tom Brands and staff coming out with guns a-blazing here in this dual meet against Iowa State.
2-on-1 for Woods right now, over in front of the scorer's table. Drags it all the way down. Ooh, couldn't hang on to the ankle as Swiderski kicked out. Now see, if Swiderski was pointed the other direction and kicked out of bounds, he would have been called for stalling.
Yep.
Maybe we can ask Mike Allen about that at intermission, about some of the objectivity or subjectivity of how they write these rules.
Is this Swiderski a true freshman?
I believe so, yes. Out of Dundee, Michigan. He's got wins over number 18, Hannah of Campbell, and number 11, Zargo of Wisconsin.
First period about halfway through. Both guys have been taking some shots, gotten each other's legs. I was talking to Danielle Dennis earlier in the downstairs in the room, and Dennis says Real Woods, he is the real deal. He is good. He's good in all positions. He's ornery, and he is incredible at scrambling.
Last year, finished 8th at the NCAAs. His 3 losses on the backside to number 1, or in the semifinals to Nick Lee, 3-2, and then he lost to number 3, Sebastian Rivera. I think he finished 6th, actually.
Yeah, 6th.
And then he lost to number 6, Cole Matthews, 7-3. A nice low single, elevates up with it. Swiderski doing a good job hipping hard into him.
46 seconds.
Woods steps back over, switches his head to the inside. Swiderski, though, powerful hips, breaks that. Woods comes back up, though, for Iowa, double unders. Swiderski throwing those hips back. There's the stall call on Swiderski. Woods seeing if he can do something right on the edge of the mat with these double unders.
I'll tell you this. I've been impressed by both of these wrestlers so far. Real Woods has had some really nice, good shots.
That was a nice quick re-shot by Swiderski.
And good second shots. Looks good low shots, looks good upper body. But the Swiderski's defense and the stuff that he's come out of has really been impressive as well. He's got some good hips. He's got some... He knows how to wrestle. There's no doubt. He's got such a good feel for a true freshman. This kid, Swiderski from Michigan, is good.
Woods defers his choice, so Swiderski for Iowa State chooses down.
Iowa State, they're looking to do something nationally, obviously, without redshirting him. Just bringing him and having him wrestle right away when they have Redding there, right?
Redding was listed at 33.
Well, maybe they needed to put him in there. They didn't really have anybody else.
Woods right away tried to get a quick tilt. Couldn't do it. Now he's driving forward, trying to get the head lever on the right arm. Can't get it. Now trying to peel that wrist back. Swiderski trying to pull that out. Swiderski arching the back. Woods comes back around the left side with that deep waist on the left arm. Forehead into the right triceps. As soon as he does, though, get him flat, then Swiderski throws that arm back out front. Woods got to be able to work on getting that arm back, pull it back as he gets him flat to the mat.
Swiderski keep looking up the referee and saying, like, he's got my wrist. Come on, what am I supposed to do here? Well, your job is to come up off the bottom.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember, Swiderski was hit for stalling in that first period. He's hipping down on his right side right now. And Woods kind of drapes the arm a little bit, allows him to build his base back, and squashes those hips back down. 30 seconds to go here. Woods.
I don't like the fact that Swiderski keeps looking up the referee like, come on, what am I supposed to do? Your job is to wrestle, kid. There's a stall warning. Exactly. Nice job. That's a big point right there. We're going to have riding time point now. We need to ride him out the rest of this period. 10 seconds to go here. Swiderski actually showed a little bit of life coming out, try to switch right there. Got ridden out in that whole second period. Nice ride. Dan Dennis wasn't kidding. He's good in all positions. Well, we've seen feet and top. Now we got to see the bottom.
Woods leads 1-0. 2 minutes of riding time. He'll start down to begin the third period. First time in Carver, he's like, hey, which way do I face here when I get set?
Working out the kinks.
Yeah. We got a few more matches for him to get used to it.
Swiderski starts on Woods' right side. Woods up to his feet. Swiderski hasn't let him go yet. Drops down the ankle. Now Woods gets away. And then Woods right back in an underhook immediately. Reverse headlock here from the feet. What's this all about?
Didn't go anywhere with it, but I mean, that's a situation where, how many times is there's a
shot.
nice low ankle, comes back up with that underhook, Swiderski throwing those legs back.
Woods on that low shot. Got to drive through with it instead of just trying to pull it back.
Swiderski swipes at the leg. Woods throws his leg back out of the way. 2-0 is the lead for Real Woods for Iowa.
Shot by Woods a ways away. Swiderski's trying to come around behind us. Look at him scramble, and he does give up the takedown right there, but he looked good scrambling there. Just shot too far away. Now Swiderski's trying to suck us back. No near falls there. We're back over on our stomach. Now we're up for our feet. Fancy ventriloquist attempt right there by Swiderski. 1 point escape for Woods. Now Swiderski's got a cut above his eye.
3-2 is the lead for Woods, plus he does have 140 of riding time. Main Street Sweets been serving great ice cream and food in the heart of downtown West Branch for over 10 years, offering great burgers, tenderloins, cheese balls, and more, along with many awesome ice cream treats. Order online, call ahead, or stop in to visit. Main Street Sweets, owned and operated by my wife Jessica and me, on the web at mainstreetsweetswb.com. Hawks lead 4-3 in the team score. Spencer Lee season debut gets a 16-5 major decision. Colin Schriever dropped a 3-1 decision to Ramazan Adasov. Real Woods for the Hawkeyes now on top by a score of 3-2. Plus Woods does have riding time. 1 minute to go in the third period. Casey Swiderski gets.
I have been impressed. I tell you what, I have been really impressed with the conditioning so far out of Real Woods in this match, because this has been a really hard-fought match for a low-scoring match, like really exposing a lot of energy, and he doesn't seem to be fatigued at all. So without having a single match under his belt all year long and no weigh-ins, on no live weigh-ins, I'm impressed. Also been impressed with this Swiderski. He seems to be wrestling. He's tough. He's ornery. You could tell too. And he went for that ventriloquist right there too. So he's dangerous. He's not afraid to throw anything that he can at somebody. There's a big snap by Swiderski.
He's got a little Brent Metcalf in him. 4-time state champ out of Michigan.
That's the connection there, obviously.
Takes a shot at Woods. Woods able to down block, throw his left leg out of the way. Another big snap by Swiderski. 30 seconds to go here in regulation. Riding time is locked up for Woods.
That's how we got out of Michigan. Didn't go in-state and stay at Michigan. Went over to Iowa State because of Brent Metcalf, and guarantee you that.
Swiderski trying to work a 2-on-1. They go out of bounds. Head back to the center with 13.5 on the clock. Swiderski taps the head. Woods sprawls back. Woods circling in the center. Final seconds.
Stay in there.
Tick away, and Real Woods will win his Carver Hawkeye debut by a score of 4-2. A little extracurricular there at the end.
That's Swiderski, 100%. 100% Swiderski.
Woods still not backing down. Both referees there getting them to talk, shake hands. Make sure nothing happens from it.
Swiderski's definitely a hothead. There's no doubt about it.
Woods letting the crowd know who got the win. Goes over and shakes hands with the Iowa State corner. Pumping up the crowd as he goes back to his corner.
This ought to be interesting. Swiderski's pointing at him right there. And now they're going to go into the tunnel almost at about the same time. Metcalf's following Swiderski all the way back to the tunnel along with another assistant coach and police officer. So,
score big savings. Shop online at HiVdeals.com. Hy-Vee, proud to support Hawkeye Wrestling. 149 pounds Max Murin for the Hawkeyes, taking on Panero Johnson, a freshman with a 4-0 record. Johnson had that big 9-4 win over Gomez of Wisconsin earlier this year. It's another true freshman out of Erie, Pennsylvania.
Boy, you talk about a contrast of styles. This Panero Johnson fast twitch, just like explosive. Doesn't score a lot of points, but you got to look out for him when he does. And then Max Mirren, just such a grinder and just really heavy on you. And Max Mirren's this is his 6th year,
yeah.
And wrestling a true freshman. I mean, this kid was in middle school when Mirren was wrestling for the Hawkeyes. And so a lot of differences here between these two.
Johnson with a snap on Mirren. 2:20 to go here, first period. Mirren. Both guys actually wrestling on their knees.
Mirren's probably closer to my age than he is Panero Johnson's age.
There's a nice high crotch attempt by Johnson from a ways away. Gets Max draped up over. Max reaching back, locked through the crotch.
And this is where Max is good. It's not really a move, but he creates a stalemate position there because he's ornery, he's just intense, he's strong, he stays in good position. He's hard to score points on. And Johnson's going to have to work hard to score points. Obviously, the big win this year for Johnson was the win over Gomez.
I'm trying to remember, did he put him to his back in that one?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I think so.
Cody Goodwin confirms, sitting behind us. So
that kind of helps. Near fall points.
Minute and a half to go here, first period. A shot ways away there by Johnson. Mirren tried to get back around behind, but Johnson circles, squares back up. Max working for that right-handed collar tie, inside position. Switches off to the other side. Max normally so good with his snaps.
Got heavy hands here. This is what Max Mirren. These two this match and then 65 are very similar type matches with our guys versus the Iowa State guys. We have to create angles, heavy hands. We have to get to our offense. We got to put, in this case, Johnson, and then at 65 Carr. We got to put him in some danger. We got to make him wrestle through some adversity a little bit, build some anxiety up. But just standing around, hand fighting, just kind of hanging out is not going to beat, and letting it come down to like a one takedown score. It's going to be tough to beat these guys. That's their game.
Yeah, just look at 133 already today. 15 seconds left here, first period. First period does come to an end. It will be scoreless. Johnson's choice.
See, in that period there, I wanted a shot, wanted a takedown by Mirren early. That would have really been big for Mirren. Got to look for that offense.
Johnson did a full lap around that center black circle before he finally decides what he wants to do. And it wasn't a fast lap either.
No.
So he defers. Mirren will start down. Max keeping that left arm back, working up to his feet. Johnson trying to trip him back down. Mirren hand control out for the escape.
Mirren right back in on him.
3-0 would look a lot better going into the third
But
period.
we got to get to our offense here this period, Steven. Need to get some offense. We got to create some pressure. Nice snap there by Mirren. Got to do it with leg attacks and angles.
It's one thing where when Max is on, he's getting those angles, but I think too many times he tries hitting straight on. I'd like to see him use that snap and follow through with something.
Don't wait for the end of this match, Mirren. Don't wait. Neither guy really looking to do anything here. This is snap right there by Johnson. 1 minute in the second period. Come on, Mirren. Get to a leg. At least feel it out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Johnson's not doing anything either, but I don't care about him. I need Mirren to get to something here. There's a try to kind of a slide by a little bit. Come on, Mirren, work hard here. 30 seconds. Angles. See what I'm talking about? Angles. We're just so straight on, Steven. Got to get some angles. Move lateral. Circle.
10 seconds left here, second period. Shot ways away by Johnson. We try to whip him by. Johnson tries to throw that underhook. Gets down to our ankle.
That's dangerous. Watch our knee there. Watch our knee.
Whizzering hard right here. And the period will come to an end. Max takes a 1-0 lead.
Did you notice that? When did he hit that shot right there? 10 seconds. Yeah. 10 seconds, explosive. That's how they want to score. That's how he wants to score. End of the period type stuff, not having to ride right at the last second. And he went, that was like a tough shot. Like that wasn't like a half shot. He was shooting a score there.
Johnson starts down, gets right up to his feet.
Mirren's tough on top, though. Tough ride to go a long ways here. Forward pressure, Mirren. Forward pressure. Don't you dare let him up. Forward, God, dang it. Now he's up to a tripod. Forward pressure. There you go. Forward pressure. Pick him up, put him down. Pick him up, put him down.
Right on the edge. Tries to. Switches the other way. Trips him. They go out into the cheerleaders.
Yes. That's what we need. We need a big ride here. We need riding time here.
Needs 40 more seconds to get there.
Look at Johnson walking back to the center. Calm, cool, collective. Mirren ran back to the center, waiting for him.
Second straight week for a top 10 battle for Mirren. Won in overtime last week. Let's see if he can get an exclamation point win here today.
Put him down. Put him down. Forward.
Trying to get that claw ride.
Don't let him up to that tripod. Cross ankle right there. Cross ankle. He's going to be out now. Hand control. He got his hand control. Got out. Okay, now Johnson's going to come. We got to go, too. Got to go here, Mirren. All tied up 1-1. Riding time not a factor. This is one of them teeter-totter matches as well. Just like 41 was. Not 41.
33.
33 was. This is one of those matches where Iowa State needs this match. It's a big match for Iowa State and Iowa, obviously, and Max Mirren.
Mirren.
Snap, Mirren, snap.
Coming across, and Johnson has walked all the way to the edge. Then Mirren tries that little slide by again, but missed.
Snap, snap, snap.
He shoots him right at the edge, but Johnson circles back in. Mirren steps back towards the center. 25 seconds to go. Regulation tied up at 1. Johnson half attempt.
Johnson looking at the clock. Sees there's 15. He's going to go. He tried right there. There's another shot by Johnson. Nice shot by Mirren. Follow up. Over, under. 5 seconds. He's going to go OT. Another OT match for Mirren.
1-1, 2 minutes on the clock. Take the riding time off.
This is what I was talking about, Steven. You don't want it to come down to a one takedown match, one score match. That's why you want to go early. There's a shot by Johnson.
Attempt by Mirren to get back around behind, but Johnson able to grab onto a wrist and stop Max. Johnson staying real low, now works up to his feet. Clear the tie, coming back across.
Come on, Mirren. 2-minute overtimes, which is great instead of 1-minute overtimes. Still need Mirren to get to a leg. Hasn't gotten to a leg, gotten to a real good shot yet this match.
Hawk fans trying to get Mirren going. 1 minute to go in the sudden victory. Johnson with a shot. Mirren able to sprawl back, though. Another shot there by Johnson.
Getting our legs back, trying to get our legs back. Mirren got his legs back right there. Now he's trying to score from a short offense. Can't. There's a sweep attempt by Mirren. He's back up to his feet as Johnson tried to come around behind us. Johnson looks at the clock again, sees there's 30 seconds left. You know he's going to go for something big here.
1-1 is our score. At 149 pounds, Hawks lead 7-3 in the team score. Stalemate for locked fingers. 18 seconds left in the sudden victory period. Johnson pacing around. Matt Sorochinski getting him into the center. He takes a shot from a ways away, gets down on that angle.
10 seconds. Got a lot of time to score here. Oh, Johnson almost got up and scored. Mir did a great job. Squared up now. Johnson's on another shot. Mir tries to roll through here. He's up to his feet, and there's a 2-point takedown with 1 second. That's what happens. That's what happens. God dang it. You know Johnson plays the clock. Kept looking at it.
3-1 in sudden victory. 7-6 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Take a timeout. We'll be back with more. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
I'm in a test plot near Portageville, Missouri that's dedicated to new Pioneer brand A-Series and List E3 soybeans. Row to row, it looks impressive. But what's more impressive is what you can't see with the naked eye. Exclusive and elite Pioneer genetics. And the performance makes it anything but a regular Enlist E3 soybean. From field to lab, Pioneer brand A-Series and List E3 soybeans are like no other.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
iHeartRadio. Here are the top Van Halen songs that you've thumbed up. Number 3, Running with the Devil. Number 2, Jump. Number 1, Panama. Hear more from Van Halen and similar artists now. Search for Van Halen on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. MediaCom Matt. We're here for the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series as we await 157 pounds. Hawks on top by a score of 7-6. Most likely going to see Kobe Seabrecht coming out, taking on Jason Kraser, a senior with a 2-2 record. Big win for Kobe last week, Mark, fighting off that headlock to get the fall himself. And need some fireworks from him here to head that intermission.
Yeah, we do. We could use some bonus right here. We could use some bonus right here, for sure.
Kraser, 2-2 record.
Need some bonus.
Came to Iowa State from Campbell. Seabrecht makes his way out. Handshake underway here. Last match before intermission. Hawks on top, 7-6.
I haven't seen Kobe wrestle enough to know to where he's got go-to moves that he actually can look for falls. I just hope he is fully aware in this situation that we're not looking for a win here. A win is, that's automatic. That should be automatic. We're looking for bonus out of it.
Yeah.
And I hope that he is aware of that.
Comes up, had kind of a 2-on-1, looked inside trip. Didn't get anywhere with it. Come back to the center. 45 off the clock here, first period. Kraser working that 2-on-1 on Kobe. Kobe able to clear out.
And he doesn't really have just shots that your normal everyday head of the inside sweep or head of the outside high crotch or doubling it. He just finds a way to kind of score. He doesn't really. I don't know if he had to pick a go-to. I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
Should ask him that.
Swiped at a leg, comes back up into a barrel hug. Kreiser's got his leg interlocked through ours. Kobe trying to adjust, see if he can settle here, and throws him, and gets the two, and he gets some near ball. Settles down, see if he can adjust. He won't be able to adjust, but he did get the 6-point throw, and a lead here with a minute to go in the first period.
He picked him up and body slammed him down. He hung out there for a little while, built up some confidence there, and then he went for it. That was just a body lock. And Kreiser had our leg hooked, and then we just said, "I don't care about your leg." Finally, I'm gonna go for it.
Got to his feet, did Kreiser. Kobe was trying to get that 2-on-1 to pull him down, and as he did, Kreiser hit that switch. Now works back up to his feet, trying to switch back into us. Kobe works him back down to his knees, back up to their feet again. 30 seconds to go here, first period. Roll through attempt by Kreiser. Kobe unable to hang on to him. Gets the escape with 20 on the clock.
Didn't want to do that.
Stopped the riding time at 56 seconds as well. Ankle picks right there. Kreiser's reading hard with that right foot.
That was a good first period. Basically built our riding time. 6-1 lead. And that's what we need. We need bonus here.
Kobe's got blood, it looks like. So it'll be his choice. The Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series is all about celebrating our student athletes as well as our state's corn farmers. Just like the Cyclones and Hawkeyes work hard all year to get ready for the season ahead, so do Iowa's corn farmers, growing a crop used in over 4,000 products. That is a win for all Iowans. Kobe defers his choice. Kreiser for Iowa State chooses down. Seabrook for the Hawkeyes leading 6-1. Iowa leads Iowa State 7-6 after 4 matches. Kreiser explodes up to his feet, hits that standing switch. Kobe comes back, body lock situation, gets back around behind him, works him back down. Kreiser trying to switch back into him. Kobe continuing to drive into those hips. Kreiser back into a tripod.
Kreiser's switches are kind of dangerous. Kobe's got to be careful. He's going to get reversed. And Kobe just released him there. He does have 118 riding time, so that makes score 6-2. Hawks lead this one 7-6 going into this match. Spencer Lee with a major decision, 16-5. Adesanov of Iowa State with the 3-1 win over Schriever. Rio Woods with a 3-2 score over Swiderski. And then
shot by Kreiser from a ways away, able to get to us, but we roll through, come out with an ankle. Kreiser still trying to cut the corner on us here. Kobe rolls through from underneath, trying to get his hips up under him. Now he's got Kreiser draped up.
That's crazy.
I said last week, he does some awkward things, man.
He put himself in such danger by doing that.
Now Kreiser trying to hold us in the neutral danger position. Kobe rolls off. Each guy hanging on to the other's ankle. They're going to stop it. Potentially dangerous. 39 seconds to go.
Finally.
Back to action, neutral. 30 seconds left, second period. Seabrook for the Hawkeyes, Kreiser for Iowa State. Seabrook to 6-2 lead. He does have 118 of riding time. It'll be Kobe's choice in the third period. Shot by Kreiser, down blocked by Kobe.
10 seconds to go here in the second period. Still, again, Stephen, we need to try and score bonus in this match.
Yeah.
6-2 is the lead.
7-2, 8-2.
6-2 going into the period.
You get an escape, keep that riding time point. You'd need a takedown to get it, a takedown and a ride out. But a takedown that period would have gone a long, long ways.
Not giving up that escape at the end of the first would have gone a long ways, too.
Yeah.
That
Kobe.
1 point could be the difference. Seabrook up to his feet here, trying to get hand control. Kaiser brings us back down to the mat, throws a leg in on us. I don't like that.
Kobe's still at his base.
Oh, our riding time's gone now.
Kaiser's got Kobe flat to the mat now. Kobe trying to scoot those hips back, though. Kaiser.
Come on, Kobe, up. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, Steven. We give up a near fall. It's a tie ball game.
And you're in a spot to give up the riding time, too. Maybe not. There, Kobe does get to his feet, gets out for the escape, and that makes it 7-2. Kaiser a shot from a ways away. Kobe, front head.
Come on, score here. Score here. He's in such good position. We went for an far pick right there, but Kaiser stepped his leg out. Now he's got us in front headlock, and he tries rolling us through and gives us a takedown. That wasn't very smart, especially against someone like Kobe.
So now you can either ride him out for the major, or you got to cut him and take him down again.
I'd say you ride him out. Kobe's doing the math right now.
Tom Brand's telling him, keep him down.
Yep, Kobe did the math. He was looking at the clock. He was doing the math.
Kaiser got to his feet. Kobe trips him down. Kaiser trying to roll into us. We're almost able to hold him there for some near falls. 15 on the clock.
20 seconds. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Kaiser's got our
He got the escape. No, we're still in on the
still
leg.
on the ankle. Kobe up to his feet. Climbs back up
We
the
got
leg.
this. We got this, Major. Nice job, Kobe Seabrook. Nice job, Kobe Seabrook.
For the ride out and gets the 10-2 major decision.
That was big. That was big, Kobe Seabrook.
11-6 is the lead for the Hawkeyes as we head to the intermission. The Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. We'll be back with more. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is ready for the holidays, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits. Many Iowa-made favorites. They have the selection you don't see at other stores. Come get your favorite holiday beers, liqueurs, and of course, whiskeys. The biggest selection of vodka, tequila, mezcal, rum, gin, cordials, and wine. And the greatest selection of Iowa-made favorites like Edgewood Locker hams and turkeys. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
Craftsman Days at Lowe's are going on now. Get limited time savings across the store like $100 off a V20 6-tool combo kit. Plus, enter the Craftsman Days Ultimate Garage Sweepstakes for a chance to win Craftsman products valued at over $10,000. Learn more at Lowe's.com/Ultimate Garage. Offer valid through 12/31 while supplies last. No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31. Residents of 50 USDC, 18 or older, and age of majority, and have a Lowe's.com account. Void where prohibited. See rules at Lowe's.com/Ultimate Garage for entry instructions, odd prices, etc. Sponsor Lowe's.
Local Craft Cellar is ready for the holidays, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits. Many Iowa-made favorites. They have the selection you don't see at other stores. Come get your favorite holiday beers, liqueurs, and of course, whiskeys. The biggest selection of vodka, tequila, mezcal, rum, gin, cordials, and wine. And the greatest selection of Iowa-made favorites like Edgewood Locker hams and turkeys. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. It is intermission here at MediaCom Mat. Iowa on top of Iowa State by a score of 11-6. It is the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. And we're being joined right now by the chair of the Iowa Corn Growers Association, Lance Lillibridge, farmer up in Benton County, so not too far away. Lance, first off, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steve.
This has been an exciting first half. This is what Iowa State's supposed to be in the Cy-Hawk Corn Series, right?
Absolutely, and a full house, too. Man, what a crowd.
Yeah, so 11 years now that Iowa Corn has been sponsoring this Cy-Hawk Series. Just talk a little bit about what that means, for the state of Iowa in general.
Well, I tell you, for the state of Iowa in general, 11 years, a great relationship, the Cy-Hawk Series, and it's such a great platform for us farmers to get our message out to consumers every day, and not only just in Iowa, but across the whole country. This Cy-Hawk Series is just popular everywhere, so it's awesome.
It's great. We love seeing it, and they sent out some talking points for us, and I had to chuckle. One of the things they talked about is the highway view of corn. I grew up, in rural Iowa, 2-acre plot with nothing but cornfields around, and there's so many people that you drive on the interstate and you see it's planted, and then it's a little short plant, and it eventually grows to a tall plant, and then it turns brown, and then it's gone. So that's what people see. But talk a little bit about corn and what its impact is for the state.
Sure. Well, that road view, we call that road farming. Us farmers do. We drive around, look at our crops.
When I was a little kid, I'd get mesmerized just seeing the straight rows and just watching as you drive by. But
yeah, well, there's certainly a lot of corn in Iowa, and I tell you what, if an engineer was going to build something to grow corn, he would build it just like Iowa. Iowa is the leader in corn production everywhere in the nation. So Iowa is just awesome when it comes to corn. Iowa, you think of Iowa as growing corn, but it really grows Iowa.
Oh, yep.
And that is a win-win-win for everybody here.
I like that. Corn grows Iowa.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely. So, you talk about that, the way that it does that. Obviously people think food. You get to eat. There's corn. It's good. Corn on the cob, a lot of other things. But there's so much more than that corn is used for.
There's over 4,000 products used from corn or made from corn, and I like to joke and say that there's more than 4,001 products, because recently we used some corn from our farm for a brew that might be familiar to folks here in the Hawkeye area. It's an amber ale beer from one of the local breweries. So it's corn from our farm came to Coralville and made a beer, and it's available here. So we say it's 4,001 uses. So
there you go, continuing to grow and branch out and everything.
Yes, corn's wonderful. It's like I said, it's over 4,000 products are made with corn. So there's a lot of diversity in that. It's not just food. It's fuel. It's fiber. There's all kinds of things.
Well, with fuel, ethanol, I know been some talk here in the last week or two about trying to get some things with the E15 and getting that year-round and promoted. Talk how that's going to impact things for Iowa corn.
You know what? E15 is not only good for the Iowa corn farmer, it's great for Iowa. It's great for the environment. It's great for the consumer. Who wouldn't want to have a lower-cost energy at the pump? And so that's one way to do it. It's renewable. It's one of the best fuels that you could possibly use. So it's great. It's great for everybody.
It's awesome. How about yields? I know I've talked to a couple of farmers this year. Yeah, it's always that crapshoot of how's it going? Is it going to be a wet spring so we can't plant till late? Is it going to be a dry, hot summer? How have you guys been seeing things go across the state this year?
I'll tell you what, technology and weather are two things that are starting to get a little bit more understanding of each other. And a lot of places were super dry, but we still ended up with great yields. Even when there's super wet areas, we can still end up with great yields, and it's all in the practices that farmers are using, the technology, our hybrids, the plants. The breeders are doing a much better job of breeding plants to withstand these environments. So, we just keep getting better and better at it, and the yields keep getting better and better, and that's what makes corn such a great renewable resource.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, you talk about some of those practices, too. The family farm. I grew up, obviously, in the country, not on a farm, but would go and do some work here and there, help out some family friends and whatnot. But, those family farms are just so great. so much you think of, it's just a factory. They're just out there in it for the money. But, these people care. They are Iowans through and through for life.
Absolutely. 96%, something like that, are still family-owned farms. And the practices that we use, what folks got to remember is that we are living on this land, and we care about that land. So we care about the water that's beneath our feet. We care about the soil that's beneath our feet. that soil's our number one asset. And if it is not healthy, our financial situation is not going to be healthy. Iowa's not going to be healthy. This nation's not going to be healthy. So its number one priority is to have healthy soils, healthy water, a healthy environment, and that all leads to a big Iowa win.
We love it. There's a lot of different ways people can help out too, and just support your Iowa farmers. Go get any of those corn-based products and make sure that you take care of them. 11 years now, Iowa Corn has been sponsoring the Cy-Hawk Series, and Iowa State's kind of putting a whooping to the Hawks so far up to this point through those fall sports. So.
Well, everything has its cycle, right?
Yeah.
So, good luck to both teams here. And these student athletes are just amazing. I'm sitting out here watching these guys, and I think of their bodies are going through this environmental change constantly, and I just can't help but think that's what we do on the farm too, the pressures and everything that we go through, and then there's always a winner in it somewhere. So it's either going to be the Hawkeyes or it's going to be the Cyclones. I don't know which one, but these guys are awesome. This is such a fun series to be involved with.
Spoken like a true politician. We'll ask you your real thoughts off the air. How's that? There you go. Again, that's Lance Lillenbridge, farmer up in Benton County. He's the current chair of the Iowa Corn Growers Association. 11 years sponsoring the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. Lance, thanks very much for the sponsorship. Thanks for coming here today, and enjoy the second half of this afternoon's dual meet.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys.
Yep. We'll be back with more of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. We are at the intermission. Iowa on top by a score of 11-6. And a couple of those back and forth battles that unfortunately have gone the Cyclones' way. Otherwise, we could be seeing ourselves with a much wider margin here for the Hawkeyes. But we knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in. We've got 5 more matches that are going to be pretty important here, Mark. This next one at 165 is one that, I've been excited to see, just knowing Patrick Kennedy, some of the accolades coming in, and, kind of a really good test to see where he's at against a guy in David Carr that won a national title a couple years ago. He's been in the top half of that podium in his career, and it's just a solid competitor, and good test for Kennedy.
Yeah, this has been kind of the circled marquee match of the dual meet if you had one. Obviously David Carr is favored in this match. This match, as we were talking earlier at 149, very similar type matches for us there. Patrick Kennedy really, really has to work hard at creating some angles, getting to his own offense, and weathering, the storm that's going to be here and there. David Carr's not the type of guy who's going to come out and wrestle really hard for an entire 7 minutes, but he's going to come at you with bits and pieces of that 7-minute match and hit you pretty hard. And you got to be ready to go because he's lightning fast, he's quick, he's got good finishes, he's a smart wrestler. This is going to be I don't know. You got a veteran versus someone like Patrick Kennedy who's kind of newer, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's going to kind of play out. Obviously Carr's favored, but I'm not counting Kennedy out in this one. And going back to that mirror match, that's what we needed.
Yeah.
Was mirroring, just not to wait for overtime and for a last-second takedown. You can't wrestle a guy like that. You're not going to beat those guys when it counts. More times than not, you're going to lose those matches. You have to make it a wrestling match from the first whistle to the last of the 7-minute match. And that's what Patrick Kennedy needs to do right now.
Molly's Cupcakes, proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Carr, number 3 in the country. Kennedy, number 13.
This is so cool. Here we go. Patrick Kennedy and David Carr underway. This is a big match. You're seeing people right now running back to their seats. Like, wait, we're starting already?
That was a fast 12-minute intermission.
So many people here. This place is jam-packed full.
You got people standing around the rail at the top.
Lots of people.
Either waiting for their ice cream cone or just getting a good vantage point. 30 seconds gone by here. 165 pounds. Hawks lead 11-6.
Heavy hands here so far by Patrick Kennedy. Really, really heavy on David Carr. David Carr doing a good job just kind of maintaining, staying in a good position, trying to use his length a little bit and keep Patrick Kennedy away from him, kind of keep him at bay, not wanting Kennedy to get his hands on him. David Carr just keeping his hands kind of not in his face, but kind of on top of his forehead there. Just trying to keep Kennedy away. This is where I'm talking about angles and lateral motion. 2-on-1s go a long ways in situations like this. And instead of trying to go straight on, like what we were talking about with Murin, and try and fighting through those hands and get into the guy's head, got to hit some more angles, and 2-on-1s are big.
Low attempt there by Kennedy, but Carr felt that coming from a mile away.
There's a shot right there by Carr from a ways away. Now Kennedy's got him in a front headlock here. Carr back up to his feet, does a good job clearing our hands. Stalemate.
Remember, Carr upset in the second round of the NCAA tournament last year by the 17 seed Willis.
Nice
There's
shot
a nice
right there by Carr off the whistle. Really nice shot.
Gets up over the hips for the 2. Kennedy, though, quickly up to his feet, gets out for the escape. Carr didn't really put a lot of effort into riding him right there.
No, not at all. He didn't want to exert a lot of energy. 1 minute was a long time to try and ride a guy like Kennedy. He'd just rather let him go and let this clock tick down. He got his lead early. This is tough. This is going to be really hard for Patrick Kennedy to come through this now down. There's another shot by Carr. Now Kennedy's starting to wrestle a little bit. Starting to show a little bit of urgency.
With a shot, reshot there by Carr. We're trying to lock through the crotch, but Kennedy unable to. Carr gets across, gets to the other side of the hip, gets another takedown. Now he will put some effort in with just 15 seconds left. Kennedy to a sit out, almost got out, but
Carr's making those takedowns look easy.
Will be a 4-1 lead for the Cyclone as we go into the second period. Kennedy's choice. He's going to start down. Or did he decide to defer? Either way, Carr's going to start down. I don't know if they were wrong on whose choice it was, but
Carr up to his feet.
Hand control and out.
Nice job by Carr. Good explosion, good hand control. Kennedy did not let him go there. He was trying to ride him. Carr's super explosive, coming off of a close 1 point, I think, riding time victory over Quincy Monday in the All-Star meet.
5-1 is the lead for Carr. Minute and a half to go, second period. Hawks lead 11-6 in the team score. Carr at the shot. That time Kennedy sensed it, was able to throw the legs back. Kennedy swipes at the leg. Carr able to jump out of that.
Kennedy's having some problems with the length of Carr, trying to get through those arms. Carr doing a good job moving his feet. Some butterfly motion, step motion. Another nice, easy sweep single right there for David Carr. Really easy sweep single.
What's he doing that makes it?
He's catching. Well, Carr is getting, by pressuring hand in the head, he's getting Patrick Kennedy to reach, coming in and reaching, and then he just literally just ducks under it and hits that sweep single and gets in so deep it makes it look so easy. Now we're looking at major decision here for David Carr.
Kennedy gets his hand control, gets out for the escape with 15 seconds left.
The good thing about Kennedy, what he's not going to do is he's not going to quit. You know Kennedy's not going to just throw the towel in.
So 7-2 the lead for Carr as we go to the third. Kennedy's choice.
Kennedy needs to sneak a takedown in here to start working himself back into this match. First an escape and then a takedown.
Blood time in between periods. So Kennedy will choose down. Carr has 50 seconds built towards his riding time. So an escape here within the first 10 seconds would be huge. Caution on Carr, starting improperly. Kennedy up to his feet. Carr drops between the legs, pulls him back down. Kennedy trying to get that hand control. Gets the escape, but riding time at 1:01. 7-3 is the lead for Carr. Carr dancing around a little bit from a non-tie. Patrick tries to tap and get to a leg, but Carr throws his arms down, blocks that off.
Takedown, like I said, would go a long ways right here for Patrick Kennedy. Not just here to the score in this dual meet and start this match here, start climbing back in, but start really building some confidence in him. Needs to score a takedown.
Swipes at that ankle again, but Carr just using that length keeps him away.
Carr's hanging on to our fingers, too. Need to get our fingers free. You can't let him be there, Kennedy. Don't want him there, Kennedy. Carr doing a good job coming at us. Really stalking us hard.
Kennedy trying to find an underhook, but Carr won't let him get there. Carr's just controlling either hand with those fingers. Kennedy swipes at that leg. Reshot attempt there, but Carr stays away. Now Carr comes back across. Kennedy trying to hip into him.
Reshot by Carr there, yeah. It looks really good reshot. He's going to get our far ankle and finish this takedown.
Whizzer in here by Kennedy, but Carr finishes for the two. Brent Metcalf telling Carr, you got to cut him go. You got to get another one here. 9-4, 10-4 at the riding time, so he needs a takedown in 10 seconds to get the major. And doesn't look like he's going to be able to. So Carr with the win, 10-4. Hawks lead 11-9. The holiday season approaching fast. Visit your local Iowa Lottery retailer for some holiday scratch tickets today. Then enter your non-winners in the VIP club for a chance to win big cash prizes up to $100,000. Visit ialottery.com for details. 174 pounds, Nelson Brands for the Hawkeyes, taking on number 23, Julian Broderson, junior out of Davenport with a 5-0 record. Oh, I stand corrected. That's
No,
not
this is
Broderson.
MJ
That's
Guyton.
MJ Guyton. Nelson in on a
shot
snap
right away.
Elevates up, limp arms, gets around behind, pulls him back in, and gets him to touch for the 2. Up to their feet, and he
Nice.
reached around, got it to his back.
Got 2 near fall.
He got 2.
2 near fall.
Gayton tried to stand up and square up, and as he did, Nelson just drove him right back down to the mat and held him there for a 2, and that gives Nelson a 4-0 lead.
Man, did he come out last week, just nothing in that first period. This week, he didn't waste any time. Came out, immediately got in the shot, and it was questionable whether he actually had the 2 or not, but he solidified it by picking him up and putting him down hard to his back.
4-0 is the lead.
Just go out of bounds.
1 minute off the clock. Nelson has 45 seconds built towards his riding time. Quick escape there by Gation.
Stay on the attack here. Man, that first takedown, he made that look so easy.
Let's see him get back to it.
This is one match we're favored for sure.
This is another one we could use some bonus points.
I don't know anything about this Gayton.
He's out of California. I think he's another freshman.
1-1 on freshman.
He wasn't listed in the possible, so I don't have notes on him, but
nice heavy hands by Nelson. They're going to follow up with that.
he's a true freshman out of Temecula, California.
Nice snap right there. I forgot that the new rule this year, true freshmen can wrestle. We're in on the head of the inside single, 2 takedown right to his back. He was so pinned right there. That's a 2 near fall, though. Did he not give him any near fall? Did he not give him no near fall
any near
there?
falls, no.
How can he not have no near falls there?
I don't know. Terry Brandt's not too happy about that.
That's for sure near falls. Wow. They missed a big one there.
I mean, if anything, I almost would have said that Nelson had the fall there.
No kidding.
I mean, he had
freestyle, it was for sure a fall.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nelson's 2 for 2 with takedowns right now. And 2 for 2 with takedown to the backs. Just didn't get no near falls that time. Heavy hands. There's a nice, he got through by right there, taken down. 15 seconds to go. He got caught reaching a little bit, Nelson did. Up to his feet. 1 point escape.
7-4 is the lead for Brands. Slide by action by Gayton, but
Nelson's
doesn't get
looking
anywhere.
a little tired a little bit. All right, 7-4.
Nelson defers his choice.
Gayton's going down.
Escape for Gayton.
7-5. Riding time by 1 second for Nelson. Can't get sloppy, Steven.
Yeah.
Had some good stuff going, some good shots, but we can't get caught reaching how we gave up that little throw by there and got taken down. We cannot get sloppy.
But you also can't shut down either. Got to stay aggressive. Just be smart about it. Nelson snaps, goes back, drives him down again for 2 more. And now it puts him back to his back. Did he get the 2?
No, just 1.
Just a 1 count. It is a 9-5 lead, though, for Nelson.
4 pressure, Nelson. 4 pressure. .40 seconds to go here, second period.
Facing out is Gayton. Tries rolling.
Stay behind him. Keep him down.
Nelson gets down to the ankle. Drives him back down to his base with 20 seconds to go here in the second. Gayton up to his feet. They go out of bounds, head back to the center.
Tough ride here, Nelson. Tough ride, Nelson. 15 seconds. This is a big point right here.
Yeah.
You got to keep him down here, Steven. Be our choice going into the third period.
Gayton slow up to his feet. Nelson just kind of let him, then picks him up and spikes him down.
God, he is so powerful and explosive.
Almost like Nelson wanted him to do that just so he could do that, keep him down. Takes a 9-5 lead
That's
into
big.
the third.
That is so big.
Well, congratulations go out to Lisa Bluter and the Hawkeye women. A big win at Wisconsin. Opened up Big Ten play today, 102-71. Brands for the Hawkeyes starts down here to begin the third, leading 9-5. He's got 2 minutes of riding time at the start of the period. Guyton of Iowa State coming around on Nelson's left side, throwing a half in. Nelson trying to reach up and peel that off.
Oh, no, don't be giving up cradles. God dang, don't go head to knee. Terry, I just looked down at Terry after that, and he had his head down, shaking his head too. He saw it.
Gets the escape, makes it 10-5.
Don't be fixing your headgear either.
Snap right there, but didn't follow through.
11-5 with riding time.
So takedown
makes
more
it
for sure.
13-5.
There's a shot by Guyton. Nelson able to get his arm down, legs back.
Come on, let's get one here, Nelson.
Let's get two here.
Well, one's got to come before two. Just got to get one, and then we can decide how much time and whether we ride him out or we... Come on, Nelson.
Nelson with an underhook. Guyton actually trying to use that for an overhook. Nelson clears out. Guyton's looking... He's going to look something big here. You can sense it. He's going upper body.
Well, we just need to get a takedown here. Snap, heavy hands. Snap him all the way to the mat and hit a goal behind. There you go!
Just like
on
that.
cue almost.
Couldn't get all the way there.
There we
back
go.
To the leg,
there
though.
we go.
Guyton trying to reach back on us. Nelson adjusts, cuts off to the double, drives him to the mat for the two. Nope, now he finishes it there.
That's big time right there. Big time! Great finish by Nelson Brands. Was patient. This Gayton's been trying to roll us through this entire time. He sensed it coming. Now we got him on his hip. Now we're good. Ride him out here, Nelson. Ride him out. Ride tough. Yes, that's a big, big match for Nelson Brands and a big win for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
13
You betcha, Nelson Brands.
13-5, major decision. Puts the Hawkeyes on top, 15-9. We'll step out and be back with more right after this. You're listening to the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hi, this is Coralville City Administrator Kelly Hayworth with a friendly hello and a reminder to buy local. By doing so, you make Coralville a better place. We appreciate that you eat, shop, stay, and do business in Coralville. Your dollars are important. They support local jobs and local businesses. In our neighborly establishments, personal service and exceptional quality are points of pride. Coralville is ready for you. Thank you for eating, shopping, and doing business in Coralville.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
iHeartRadio. Here are the top Nirvana songs that you've thumbed up. Number 3, Heart-Shaped Box. Number 2, Come As You Are. Number 1, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Hear more more from Nirvana and similar artists now. Search for Nirvana on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
Ready for our little forest adventure?
Yes!
There's a forest closer than you think. Find a park or forest near you and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. A little Iron Man brings Abe Assad out for his go-round in this year's edition of the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. Abe, number 8 in the country, taking on number 5, Marcus Coleman, a senior with a 5-0 record. (15-9) is the lead for the Hawkeyes.
Just watching that camera on him as he's coming out of the tunnel. Can you imagine being in that situation, coming out of the tunnel into something like this?
This would be awesome.
Just you and one other guy, everybody, 15,000 people watching. High stakes.
Wait for the TV to give the okay. As we wait, it sounds like the Iowa Hawkeye football team will be playing New Year's Eve down in Nashville at the Music City Bowl, taking on the Kentucky Wildcats, a rematch from last year's bowl game.
I don't know how Kentucky's done this year. Pretty good, I think.
I think they've been decent, yeah. Assad and Coleman underway here.
What's their history, Steven?
They've never met.
They have no history.
Coleman wrestled Miles Wilson last year. And then last time he wrestled in Carver, it was also against Wilson at 174 pounds. That was when Wilson blew out his knee.
These next two matches are matches where Iowa State is, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, Abe Assad, Coleman's favored in this match. He's number 8. Assad is, we're 8. Assad's 8, Coleman's 5. And then Warner's 2 and Bastida's 6, but Bastida beat us last year.
Yeah.
Both these matches could go either way. You just throw the rankings right out the window. It don't matter. Both this 84 and 97 match could go either way. We could go into the heavyweight bout tied up 15-15, or we could go into that heavyweight bout there's an 18-20 up 21-9.
I'd go for that one.
The latter.
Minute 40 to go here, first period. A lot of feeling each other out here so far between Assad and Coleman. Coleman finished 7th at the NCAAs last year.
Lost early and then fought his way all the way back through. Just like David Carr.
There's a nice shot. Head to the outside by Assad.
Got to bring your hips underneath you.
Yeah, Coleman just dives back over and grabs our hips.
Up in the air. Come up. There you go. There you go. Up again. Up. Come up. Come up, Assad. Come up. Drive. Up.
Continuing to try to elevate here. Now Coleman's stepped back over our ankle. Sitting on our head. And they're going to stalemate it.
God, we were in position to finish there. He was starting to do a lot of the right things.
He was able to scoot the hips, got to that leg mark, and he went for that double instead of standing up with the single leg and being able to adjust.
Yep, he reached a long ways for that double with his right arm instead of just staying on that single and coming up.
And as soon as he did, then Coleman was able to throw a whizzer in and basically stopped him right there.
I like that shot, though.
40 seconds remains here, first period. There's a shot by Coleman, double leg attempt. But Abe felt that coming, threw his legs back. Coleman, a homegrown Iowa State boy, grew up and wrestled in Ames.
Have to travel far to go to school, that's for sure. As this first period comes to an end, 0-0. Hawkeyes lead this one 15-9 with a big major decision victory by Nelson Brands. David Carr beat Patrick Kennedy beat him 10-4. Max Mirren got beat. Kobe Seabrook won 10-2. That's a big major for Kobe Seabrook. Max Mirren lost in overtime. Real Woods, a debut for him. He won 3-2 against a pretty hard-fought match against Swiderski of Iowa State there. That kid was impressive as a true freshman.
Yeah, for sure. Coleman starts down, gets out quickly against Assad. So the Cyclone Coleman has a 1-0 lead in the second period. Abe drops for a shot, but Coleman able to throw his legs back.
Spencer Lee did wrestle, got extremely tired throughout his match. Extremely tired, like to where he couldn't even walk anymore. Ended up winning that one 16-5. Get him a couple more weigh-ins under his belt, and he'll be fine.
Assad and Coleman hand fighting. 1:10 to go here, second period. Each guy with a left-handed collar tie. Snap into a shot again by Abe.
Same shot.
Trying to adjust.
Got to get off to the side now. Up in the air with it. Up in the air with it, Abe.
Down on the ankle. Coleman trying to throw that whizzer in.
Got to come above the knee.
Trying to trick his knee out. Abe trying to elevate with it. Coleman stuffing the head.
At least he's getting the leg. That's something we can work on with him.
Trying to get up above that knee, but then Coleman able to get out front, squares up with us.
Up to your feet. Watch your ankles. There you go.
Coleman reaching for a leg from that front head, but we circle out of it. 30 seconds to go. Second time that Assad's been in pretty deep. Will be Abe's choice in the third period. Final seconds tick away. And it will be 1-0 in favor of Coleman as we go to the third. Well, the Iowa Hawkeyes are headed to Nashville for the Music City Bowl. Sign up to get bowl travel information at HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central. Now that the game is announced, you'll get info on game tickets, air travel, and hotel. That's HawkeyeSports.com/Bowl Central, presented by Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour, the Hawkeyes and Kentucky, December 31st in Nashville. Start of the third period, Assad goes down into a sit-out, trying to get that hand control. Coleman works him back forward, down to his base. Assad now stands to his feet, almost had that hand control. Coleman drops to an ankle, drop the hips, try to square back up, out front. Coleman down on the ankle. We're trying to kick away. He's on both ankles, had to let go, either get the stall or give up the point.
Good effort right there by Abe Assad getting away. Great effort. Don't let him sit on your ankles and move back up. Kick on out of there.
1-1 is our score. Coleman looked like he was going to try to pop the elbows, but didn't really follow through with anything. Now we got to be careful here because you know Coleman's going to be coming. So Abe's gotten deep a couple of times that head to the inside shot mark. Does he got to go outside or does he just got to...
Head of the inside where it's at for sure. He just needs to get better at quicker finishing it. Finish it quicker. Coming up in the air with it quicker. And he's allowing Coleman to straight leg him and kind of funk him there, splits there, and then, tricking his knee. Good quick finish coming up in the air with it.
45 on the clock in regulation. Coleman, shot attempt from a ways away. We're able to get the arm down, goes back, head to the outside.
This is where he doesn't want to be.
Coleman almost dumps us over. Now he's about ready to get us taken down here. There is the 2 takedown for Coleman.
Yeah, I didn't want the head to the outside shot. Dang it.
Abe trying to scoot the hips, see if he can get out. 20 seconds left. Up to his feet, does get the escape. So 3-2, takedown wins it for Abe Assad. Swipes at the leg, missed. 5 seconds left. And Coleman's going to be able to just backpedal enough and win by a score of 3-2. 15-12 is the lead now for the Hawkeyes. When you plant Whiffles, you're not just choosing superior seed corn, you're making a statement. One that says staying independent, staying family-owned means something on your farm. Make your choice. Plant your independence. Plant Whiffles. 197 pounds, Jacob Warner for the Hawkeyes, taking on number 6, Younger Bastida. Bastida with the win last year by a score of 4-3. Bastida from Cuba, real strong on his feet. Underway here. Warner came a long ways after that Iowa State match last year. Let's see if he can build on that and give an exclamation point here for this dual meet.
This is a big match right here. I was hoping to get both of those, but really need one of the two. Meaning both 84 and 97, but need to get one of these two here. We don't have to, but if we're not going to get them both, let's at least get one here. And this would be a big match for Jacob Warner. Bastida comes out with the underhook there, charging into us. Bastida's come a long ways. Was he All-American last year for him? Was he their third one?
Yeah, he got 5th last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he gained a lot of confidence throughout that NCAA tournament last year, coming all the way back through for those All-American honors.
Minute 45 to go, first period. Warner for the Hawkeyes, Bastida for Iowa State.
Bastida was kind of raw to collegiate wrestling last year, and I think he's really gotten a lot better at it. He's figured it out a lot more, whereas he came from Cuba, so he's always known freestyle.
A little aggressive with the hand fighting, according to Matt Sorochinski, so he stops it. It's a fresh start here. Bastida from a non-tie, stepping heavy, trying to get Jacob reacting. Jacob steps into him and got caught reaching, got taken down.
Steps right into that shot. Right into that shot.
Almost down blocked it and stuffed him, but Bastida just kept the pressure coming. Warner up to his feet, out for the escape. We've seen several of our guys, Mark. I mean, they come across and their arms are just up. I mean, they're
right
just
arm up high, reaching,
exposing so much. I mean, you think back to when Brent Metcalf was here, and like his elbows were basically just above his knees when he was coming across. You just got to protect yourself at all times. 30 seconds left, first period. How about one to give yourself a lead going into the second here?
Nice little duck attempt right there by Bastida. Come on, Jacob. This is where Jacob Warner, he got beat in the All-Star meet too. Just lack of offense, as in no offense.
Yeah.
Zero. Didn't even take a shot.
Bastida picking up his pace a little bit. Right on the edge, and he takes Warner to his back right at the end of the period.
Oh my goodness.
So 4-1 as we go to the second.
Here's the thing.
Kevin Dresser going to challenge.
Oh my gosh! There's no way that was.
He was thinking near fall, but
no way
he got the takedown with like a second left.
Yeah, there's no way that was near fall. You can't, but I didn't think you could challenge near fall.
Now Tom Brand's trying to get a clarification.
All right, Jacob Warner. If you have any desire to win this match, now is the time.
Well, and Bastida clapped pretty aggressively, almost in Warner's face, right after that takedown at the period. You got to take that personally, right there.
And when Warner loses, he gets really, really upset. Like really upset. Well, you can't be that upset with yourself when you don't do nothing, though. You got to give yourself a chance to win the match.
4-1 is the lead for Bastida. Is he sticking it? No, not really. He's just kind of sticking his chin out a little bit.
We need a takedown here, Steven. We need a takedown.
(4-1) Bastida for Iowa State.
Oh, don't worry about the freaking headgear. Just wrestle.
Both guys were actually worried that the other was grabbing the headgear.
At the end of that exchange right there, when the referee blew the whistle, Warner's like over there yelling, like not yelling, but telling Tom and Terry, like, hey, he's grabbed my headgear, he's grabbed my headgear. Like he wanted him to challenge it or something. Hey, you know what? You're down 4-1.
A minute to go here, second period. Big snap by Bastida. Gets to our leg right on the edge of the mat. They go out of bounds, head back to the center.
Bastida's getting ornery with Warner, and Warner needs to start dishing it back a little bit, but he needs to do it on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Come on, Jacob Warner. Get to some offensive shots.
.30 seconds left, second period. Bastida likes wrestling from a non-tie.
There's a nice shot by Jacob Warner.
From a non-tie himself. Elevates, reaching across, trips him down, and covers the ankle. No, they go out of bounds. No points. Jacob thought he had it. He wants the challenge. Tom says, no, you just keep wrestling. You just keep going.
There you go. That's what we like to see, though. That was a great shot and a great finish right there. Great shot and great finish.
4-1 as we go to the third. Iowa Style Apparel, your stop for all things Hawkeye. Get the latest looks for Hawk fans of all ages, including an expansive Hawkeye wrestling section. Shop online at iowastyleapparel.com or visit their store at Edgewood Road Southwest in Cedar Rapids. Iowa Style Apparel, your home for all things Hawkeye, as well as your Wrestletown USA shirt.
Did Bastida choose neutral?
Yes, he chose neutral. We choose down here to begin the third. Warner to his feet. Bastida picks us up, throws us down. Warner establishes his base right away. Warner up, out for the escape. 4-2 now. Riding time not a factor. Don't get caught reaching again, Jacob.
Takedown that second period for Warner would have gone a long ways.
Takedown at the end of the first going a long ways right now. Big snap by Jacob. Didn't follow through with anything. There he goes to an ankle pick. Couldn't hang on to it. Comes up with an underhook. Bastida clears out of that.
Hey, we're getting there now. Now we're getting there. We're getting the shots.
Bastida trying to throw an underhook. Jacob clears out. Warner peeks up at the clock. A minute to go. Now Tom is going to challenge that he's grabbing the headgear there.
Yeah. Now that's a big point. Now that's a big point.
Tom's saying that's twice he's done it.
Now it's a 4-3 match if they do it, if they call it 4-3 match. Okay.
Saturday, December 10th, UFC returns to Las Vegas with a stacked card. Light heavyweight king Yuri Prochaska defends his strap against former champ Glover Teixeira. Live from T-Mobile Arena, UFC 282. Prochaska v. Teixeira. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Kevin Dresser comes over, gives his 2 cents to the referee, so Terry Brands gives his 2 cents back. Crowd loving that. Well, December 10th, also the World Cup here in Coralville. Josh Schamberger over getting that all set up.
It's upon us. It's like right here. Yeah. All these teams, all these foreign country teams are rolling in to Coralville, Iowa this week. I can't remember what team it was that Josh said that is coming actually tomorrow already. Then Friday night is the opening ceremony. And then Saturday they get after it. And Sunday is all the finals. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great weekend of wrestling.
WorldCupCoralville.com is the website. Both wrestlers back to the center. Bastida kind of following Warner around, shaking his singlet. After review, technical violation. So that'll make it 4-3 now. Bastida with the lead. Kevin Dresser now wants to get an explanation. So 54 seconds to go. 4-3. Bastida for Iowa State with the lead. Hawk fans to their feet. Warner taps, tries to get to the leg. Bastida steps out of it. 40 on the clock. Warner changes levels. Reshot there by Bastida. Throw the overhook by. Bastida clears out, shoots on the edge, out of bounds, head back to the center. 34.3. Warner taps, gets to the leg, elevates, up to his feet. Bastida hopping around. Warner reaching across, trips him down, almost finishes right on the edge. Bastida doing the splits. Warner elevates high, gets down a little bit lower, trying to dump him down, trying to pull him back in. 20 seconds left. Warner elevates a little bit more up to the knee. He's got 15 seconds to try to finish this.
He's got to pull in the center.
Reaches.
Such a long reach. Stay on the ankle. Stay on it, Warner.
Bastida trying to pull him out of bounds here. 5 seconds left.
Can't finish.
Warner not able to finish as Bastida uses that flexibility. Second year in a row, wins by a score of 4-3. We will head to the heavyweights, tied up at 15. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series from Learfield.
I'm here for Pioneer Brand Seeds, a block away from another ag company's corporate office. This company concentrates their breeders here in one centralized location. That's not how Pioneer works. Our breeders are located where their test plots are. That way, Pioneer corn breeders gain insights about what does and doesn't work for a local geography in real time. Ask your local Pioneer sales representative about field-proven Pioneer brand corn hybrids. And like our breeders, they're located near you.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
iHeartRadio. Here are the top Alice in Chains songs that you've thumbed up. Number 3, Wood. Number 2, Rooster. Number 1, Man in the Box. Hear more from Alice in Chains and similar artists now. Search for Alice in Chains on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
Hi, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Like we expected, this is a dogfight for the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. Tied up at 15, heading to the final match of the afternoon. Number 4, Tony Cassiope for the Hawkeyes, taking on number 9, Sam Schuyler, a senior with a 5-0 record for Iowa State, a transfer from Buffalo a couple of years ago. Hey, Mark, 3 major decisions. We're tied at 15. Otherwise, we're down 3 coming into this. Bonus points, they kind of make a big difference, don't they?
Huge difference. Huge difference. You know, I was just talking to Gretel over here, Darren Williams from Lisbon, and I mean, I'm pretty confident about this match and Tony Cassiope, but it's just not where we wanted to be coming into this match tied up. Needed, like we were saying on air here a second ago, we needed one of those last 2 matches. Yeah. I shouldn't say we needed them, but we wanted them. But we wanted both of them. You know, and you go back to Mirror's match. That's a match that we got to have. So this is good for this team because if we're going to win Big Tens and Nationals, those are the type of matches we need to win.
Shake hands underway here. Comes down to the heavyweights. Big Tone stalled out Schuyler last year. Tony looking for that underhook. The Ric Flair woos starting around with 14,000. 15-15 is our score. Iowa Corn Cyhawk series comes down to this. Cassiope for the Hawkeyes, Schuyler for the Cyclones. Cassiope, shot, trying to get around behind. Drops down to the ankle. Schuyler trying to turn back in. Tony elevates up, reaches across, trips down, gets over the hips for two.
And this is where Schuyler really ran into trouble last year against us, is on the bottom position. Tony Cassiope's pretty tough in this top position at riding, and Schuler's already doing better than what he did last year. At least he's trying to stay on his knees and not flat on his belly. At least for Schuler here, it doesn't come down to where, he can't just try not to get pinned because of the dual meet, He needs to win this match.
Tony trying to get that arm up onto the back. The entire Hawkeye bench has their fists up, wanting a stall call already. Half this crowd on their feet wanting it as well. Tony near wrist, trying to get it up on the back. As soon as he does, Schuyler throws the butt up in the air. There is a stall call.
Well, Jesser throws his arms up in the air like, come on. I mean, we're not even like straddling one leg. We're completely off to the side. Both of his legs, Steven, are free.
Yeah.
Free. Like, he could totally see that. He just built his base. He went for over a minute there, didn't even try.
Yeah. A minute to go here. Tony trying to roll up onto the back to get that arm up there. 2-0 is the lead for Big Tone. Flattens the arm.
There you go.
There he
Nice,
gets the arm up on the back.
See if he can do anything with it here.
Trying to adjust, seeing if he can scoop the head with the elbow.
Oh, he's got our arm now. He's got our arm. He's got our arm there. He's going to have a hard time turning like this.
Got to use the elbow. Isn't that what you always say? Use the elbow to scoop the head
Yep.
there.
See how he's grabbing our wrist? Steven, you got a good memory.
Hey,
See how he's grabbing our wrist? There you go. There you go. Scoop it. Hang on to the wrist. Go back to the wrist, though. Don't lose that arm.
Lost the arm. 10 seconds to go.
There you go. There you go.
Going to run out of time as he goes to that cross face to the far arm. It'll be 2-0 as we go to the second. In favor of Cassiope, 2:13 of riding time. This exciting installment of the Iowa Corn Cyhawk series. Iowa Corn Farmers proud our student athletes are part of the great Iowa Corn Cyhawk tradition. As farmers can attest, when you put in the work and give it your all, great things happen. Winning moments are made. Today we celebrate our state in the Iowa Corn Cyhawk series. Hashtag Iowans win. Got blood for Schuyler. Is that a rug burn or mat burn from keeping his head down through that entire period?
It's actually on his fingers.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's on his fingers. I don't know. No, he does have bloody nose. They put cotton up his nose.
Schuyler will defer his choice.
What are we doing? Going down. I was thinking about going top. He's Schuyler. Is it Schuyler or Schuler?
Schuyler.
Schuyler? He was talking to Cassiope as Cassiope is coming down to the bottom position. Like, not smack, it didn't look like. He's just like talking to him.
To their feet, out for the escape. Maybe saying, hey, I like your intro music there.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, good choice in Johnny Cash. I like that.
3-0 now in favor of the
snap
Tony
part.
Cassiope.
Look at that snap opportunity right there. God dang it.
Tony, left hand on the collar. Schuyler leading heavy with his left leg. Switching to the other side. Minute 20 to go here, second period. 3-0 the lead for Cassiope, plus he has 2:07 of riding time.
Got to get back on top, Tony. We've got to get back on top.
Bad shot by Schuyler. Front headlock, almost a reshot there by Tony. Snaps into him, into a double leg. Comes up around the body, around behind, and trying to pick him up, pull him down. Trips him to his feet, or to his butt there for the 2-point takedown. Look at the fist start going up around Carver, already wanting a stall call on Schuyler. I love it. Our fans are awesome. 5-0 now for Tone. Back to the center. Schuyler set. Just basing out is Schuyler. Tony trying to forward pressure. There's a switch attempt by Schuyler. Cassiope stays behind the arms. Tony chopping an arm either way. Now looking for a half here on this right side. It's would be great if Tony, like you've talked about before, Mark, hop over to that left side. Just work something to try to get him flattened out from that left side.
Yeah, well,
we're going to call Cassiope stalling on top. Now they've got another blood time. I don't like that call, but I don't fully disagree with it.
What was it called? I was looking down at my paper.
They called Tony for stalling on top.
I know, but like why? Like what was he not doing?
I think just because he was holding that. Yeah, just kind of blanketing. He was kind of chopping the arms, but he wasn't doing anything.
But was he parallel?
Not really. He was to the side.
If he wasn't parallel, then you shouldn't be able to call him for stalling there. If he wasn't parallel, he has to be parallel. If he wasn't parallel, I do not agree with that call at all, whatsoever.
It's basically in this spot right here. So, I mean, it's to the side, but wasn't really coming way far off. Period comes to an end. 5-0 Cass with the lead. Schuyler probably going to go neutral here in the third.
5-0, 3:05 riding time.
So another takedown, you go major decision here.
I want to get a 6 here. Let's end this match like we ended last week's match.
Underhook for Cassiope. Snaps. Now Schuyler in on a high crotch attempt. Head to the outside. Dumps in. Head to the inside. Gets us draped up over.
This is what happens with Tony once in a while. He ends up giving up. Oh, Tony's just got cradled. Tony's cradled up. He gets lackadaisical. He's cradled. This is tight, too. This is really, really tight. Tony Cassiope's in big trouble here.
Oh, he broke out of it.
Broke the grip. Oh, my goodness.
5-2 now.
But Tony Cassiope got lazy there and let him get to his leg on that. Now we're going to go neutral. He's going to cut us and let us go again. He's got to move his feet. Sometimes he does that in his matches. He gets a lead and he kind of gets lackadaisical a little bit and he stops moving his feet. You can't get cocky in there. You got to keep wrestling.
Schuyler goes back to that high crotch attempt. Tony moved his feet better that time. Inside of a minute to go. 6-2 is the lead for Cassiope.
I want to see Cassiope score another takedown here. Feet to back. Come on, Tony.
Drops. Head to the inside shot here. Tried going to that snatch. Schuyler, though, just stuffing the head.
Not even trying to finish, though.
Stalemate. 33 on the clock.
30 seconds.
Oh, Schuyler drops for a shot. Tony keeps the legs back, front headlock. Now they circle back up out of it.
We're just trying to win now. We're not trying to win by dominating it all. We're just trying to win.
.4 riding time. Late takedown right there as Schuyler went for broke. Cassiope is going to win by a score of 9-2. Hawks will get the 18-15 win over Iowa State. Back right after this, you're listening to the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series.
I'm in an area called trade integration at Pioneer. So what's the trade being integrated? The Enlist E3 trade for soybeans. And what's it being integrated with? That's the big news. The Enlist E3 trait is now integrated with Pioneer's own exclusive and elite genetics. They're called Pioneer Brand A-Series Enlist E3 soybeans. And there are no other soybeans like it on the market. Pioneer Brand A-Series Enlist E3 soybeans, like no other.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
iHeartRadio. Here are the top Journey songs that you thumbed up. Number 3, Separate Ways, Worlds Apart.
Someday love will find you. Break those chains that
any way you want it. Number 1. Don't Stop Believin'.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people.
Hear more from Journey and similar artists now. Search for Journey on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
When you're unemployed, it can seem like there's no way out. But with the right tools, suddenly it all just clicks. Develop new skills and find your path to a new career at findsomethingnew.org. A message from the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. 18-15 the final score. The Hawkeyes with the win here inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Hawkeye coach Tom Brand's joining us right now. And Coach, Mark and I talked about it going into that heavyweight bout. Bonus points. We had 3 major decisions, offset 4 matches that we lost by 1 or 2 points. Dug deep, found a way to get the win, but it was
pretty.
tight.
It's too tight, and bonus points. So it's too tight, but lopsided wins won the day. 5-5 in matches. I think in the ones we lost, if you want a candid response from me, we took it too much from them. Warner never really got his engine going until about minute 20 to go in the match. And Kennedy react and fake. Schriever, we got to finish holds. So we got to get a lot better. I don't know if Mirren, he's just not getting the stuff off. He just got to get back to where he hits those bomb singles, that left-handed single especially. Biggest thing is for me to just be quiet and listen to you and maybe answer a question.
I don't really have anything. I mean, you said it all except for, Nelson Brands. Holy smokes. He come out, kaboom, right away. And then in one of those, we don't get any near fall. I don't know how we don't get a near fall out of that.
I thought he was flat.
I thought, you could have been calling.
Well, and the referee was looking more for the elevator, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But we got near fall on the edge, a big mat return. But, we were too tipsy-turvy, and the referee he did that a couple times. Was out of position.
I just loved how Nelson Brands came out of the entire team. Spencer came out strong right there as well, too. But out of the entire team, when you always say you got to be like ready, Nelson Brands was ready today.
And ready, hot.
And that's what we just need a little bit more out of the gate.
And just like, that Ironside guy used to do, hey, we got Chattanooga, and I'm not going past it. I'll tell the fans, this was a big win. And especially with the way that our lineup's been, the best is yet to come. It has to be. And it always is. But, that's the first time Spencer Lee's been on the mat since December. That's 11 months. Oh, it's 12 months.
12, yeah.
So, and then Rio Woods, the first time he's been competed since March. And, Teskey's going to start getting back. And, we got to have better performances out of guys like Schriever and whoever. But we're not hanging our hat on this, but we're going to take it. A lot of chatter out there, and really it's all about our guys. It really is. So we had some good performances, so.
All right.
I'll see you guys on the road. Are you going on the road, Ironside?
I am not. I'm staying back here for the World Cup.
All right. Well, I'll see you on Sunday at the World Cup.
Okay.
In Coralville, Iowa. Josh Schamberg.
That's right.
Selling tickets. World Cup.
Thanks, Tom. It's Hawkeye coach Tom Brands. 18-15 the final score here. The Hawkeyes with the win over the Iowa State Cyclones. Another quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap up this year's edition of the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series Wrestling Edition. Right after this is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is open for your game day needs, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, many Iowa-made favorites. They have the stuff you won't find anywhere else. Carrying one of the best selections of local craft beer in all of Iowa, including those difficult-to-find selections from Pulpit Rock and Dimensional Brewing. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
Your station for Iowa wrestling all season long is AM 800 KXIC in Iowa City. Now let's wrap up tonight's broadcast. Here once again is Stephen Grace.
Here are the top Soundgarden songs that you've thumbed up. Number 3, Fell on Black Days.
Black days. How would I know that this could be my fate?
Number 2, Spoon Man.
Spoon man, come together with your hands, save me. I'm together with your plan, save me.
Number 1, Black Hole Sun.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come?
Hear more from Soundgarden and similar artists now. Search for Soundgarden on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
The Hawkeyes play here on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City's Hawkeye sports leader.
Back in Carver Hawkeye Arena, Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside, wrapping things up here. The Iowa Corn Cyhawk series goes to the Hawkeyes in wrestling, 18-15. Mark, like Coach said, it wasn't pretty, but it was the victory, and it's December. I mean, you always want to build through the year. Obviously, you want to put your best performance every time you step out there, but opportunities to learn and grow and try to get better moving forward.
That's learning and growing and moving forward and building. Those are things, honestly, that come to my mind. And I'm not trying to look for the positiveness and look for the good flip on this dual meet or anything like that. But when I see this, I see a team with a lot of potential. And Tom hit the nail on the head when he has said the best is yet to come. So, and it is. It's 100% true as long as they continue to develop throughout the year. And that's what we have to make sure we continue to do. We have to develop throughout the year. This is a good opportunity for these guys. Some of these guys won close matches. That's got to be a learning experience for them. And some of these guys learn close matches to where that's also a learning experience to where I need to get to my offense sooner. I need to learn to finish from this specific position. And even the guys that won some of those close matches, need to score more often. And then you can look at and really break down the dual meet. And then, I'm Tom Sgeno with the team, but look at the matches and what won this match. It's going out, Kobe Seabrick getting that major decision, okay? Putting us in a situation like that and getting that major decision. That was a big major decision by him. That was a big major decision by Nelson Brands. Okay, those are the things you got to go look. Those are the things that you're striving for during your matches when you're up by 5-0, this and that. Tony Cassiope could learn a lot by getting that major decision.
Not
like what
giving everybody in this building a heart attack.
Yeah, get your head away from your knee, but don't even get taken down in the first place, and don't stop moving your feet. There are so many things there that could be broken down from this dual meet that we got to go back and we got to fix, and we cannot let happen again and continue making forward progress. And we won that dual meet. It was a kind of a lopsided 5-5 win when we have, 4 matches of bonus points? Three matches of bonus points to their none, but still.
We had 3 bonus points. We lost 3-1, 3-1, 3-2, 4-3.
You just can't have that. That's
4
not
of their
Iowa.
5 wins were 1 or 2 points.
They won all but one of those matches that could have kind of gone either way, and you can't have that. You just can't have that. They're walking away right here, losers, Iowa State is. They're walking away with a blemish on their record, but they're also walking away with a, whatever you want to call a moral victory, but they're walking away with a moral victory right now, and that's what chaps me right on the seat right now. And you can't allow them to have that.
You get all 4 of those, and all of a sudden you're looking at 30-3.
100%. Exactly. But even you give Assad finishes a shot, just one shot.
Yep.
Okay. Warner doesn't take so long to get his offense going. We could go on and on. Murin, you can't let a guy come down to one score in overtime. He never took a shot. Murin didn't. So even those 3 matches right there alone. So Anyway, I'm done. Hey, travel safe to Chattanooga next week. I will not be there. I am going to be here for the World Cup, watching the World Cup, and seeing what Josh Schumacher needs out of me, if anything, to get done, and sitting back and watching some top-level wrestling throughout in the world.
It's going to be I think 6 o'clock Saturday night start time. Let me look here real quick. Yes, 6 p.m. down at Chattanooga. We'll have the pre-meet coverage starting at 5:45. So looking forward to that. Have a good Christmas, too. It's hard to believe it's December, but we won't be on the air together until after Christmas.
Yeah,
now.
I did see that. No. Well, yeah, until after Christmas. We'll be on air at Soldier Salute. 29th and 30th.
So this year's flying by already.
I know it always does. I mean, next thing you know, it's late February, and we're talking about going to the Big Tens, which are where this year? Michigan?
I think so. Yes.
I think Michigan.
Yes, Ann Arbor.
Road trip.
Looking forward to it. So 18-15 the win here for the Hawks. For Mark Ironside, this is Stephen Grace. Big thank you to Iowa Corn, sponsoring the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series. Also thank you Lance Lillibridge from Benton County, the chair of the Iowa Corn Growers Association, for joining us at Intermission and everything that they do. And we're looking forward to it. Again, I'll be coming to you live from Chattanooga on Saturday with a 5:45 pre-meet, 6 o'clock start for the Hawkeyes and the Mocs. Until then, this is Stephen Grace. You've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
We now join Fox Sports Radio, already in progress on 800 KXIC and available on your Amazon smart speakers just by saying, Alexa, play 800 KXIC on iHeartRadio.
I was never in a tie, fortunately, and I have no idea how it feels to walk off. I'd probably be more mad than anything, only because I played for about 3.5 hours and got no result. That would be pretty annoying.
Well, this tie could be critical, no question. Rich and I were talking about, Jonathan, once we get down to the final chase as far as wild cards are concerned. We always appreciate your time, Jonathan. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, guys. Take care.
That's Jonathan Vilma there. Again, the Giants and the Commanders play to a tie today. And again, that could be very critical. So the Giants are now 7-4-1. The Commanders, who actually have a bye week next week, they are 7-5-1. Meanwhile, the Chargers scored on a pick six. So that's how the Chargers have done nothing offensively in this game. Justin Herbert has 5 yards passing, but a pick six by Bryce Callahan for the Chargers has given the Chargers an early 7-0 lead against the Raiders.
Yeah, you look at the Raiders, they just seem like they're playing differently today defensively. There is a lot more effort, I would argue, that I can see. It's noticeable up front, especially. They're trying to get to Herbert. They're trying to make it hard on him. They are dominating this offensive line early on in the pass and the run game. So we'll see what the balance of this first half is going to look like. So far, tough sledding for the Chargers offensively, though.
But again, Raiders find a way to self-destruct, and they're trailing in this game 7-0. Meanwhile, the Seahawks have a 2nd and goal at the Rams' 4-yard line. Rams lead this game by a score of 10-7. Geno Smith already off and running. He's 7 of 11, 120 yards and a touchdown. 2nd in the league in passing efficiency right now behind Tua Tagovailoa. By the way, 49ers still lead the Dolphins by a score of 10-7, and the Bengals are leading the Chiefs by a score of 7-3. In this game, battle of the two quarterbacks. Suddenly, offensive explosions slow down a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see that because both of these teams also have good defenses as well. I think Cincinnati, all the way since the Super Bowl run, has had one of the more underrated defenses in the league. And the Chiefs, they've got stars, especially up front on this defensive front. Fun to watch them play.
Cowboys cover 10.5 tonight at home against the Colts?
Yeah. I'm into it. Yeah, I think I got the Cowboys by a bunch.
Keep it here on Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
Smith & Wesson is committed to empowering Americans no matter what.
With inflation hitting everywhere, we've decided to make a change. Now, you can buy a Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, our most popular concealed carry firearm, at an all-new low price, $100 off MSRP. We're absorbing the costs and passing along the savings to you so you don't have to compromise on personal security. Visit smithandwesson.com to find a Shield Plus near you. Smith & Wesson. Always expect the best.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. You know, changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP extended life oil filter for only $38.99. Get everything you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown is live on Fox. Catch the high-flying superstars as they compete for supremacy in the ring. It's Friday Night SmackDown at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
They have a lot of fun things that go on in the morning.
This is the show that has 2 pros and a cup of Joe.
Who is Joe?
LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and Jonas Knox.
So you really don't think, Brady, that it's going to get wild in Houston on Sunday?
What does that mean?
Okay.
Like, what's wild?
You don't think there's going to be chants, people throwing stuff, signs, all that?
What are they going to throw?
They're not going to be allowed to bring
oil?
signs in.
I mean, like, you don't think they're going to chant pervert, things like, you don't think all that
What would that chant sound like? Give an example of how that chant goes in stance.
You know, pervert.
I've never heard that chanted before. So
Yeah, you don't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you don't think any of that stuff's going to go down in Houston?
I think people are going to make comments, say things to them. I don't know that pervert is the chant that they're going to have.
Okay.
I mean,
what do you think it'll be?
Here's the problem that you're kind of overlooking in all this. This went on for years in Houston. Like, they're kind of culpable. Like, they settled with, 30 of the victims or the alleged victims?
Yeah.
Like, they also had kind of admitted guilt to helping this process all go along. So what, do you think the stadium and do you think the organization's like, yeah, get them? It's like they were a part of it too, or at least allowed it to happen under their watch. So I don't know that you can really throw a bunch of shade at Deshaun Watson considering you helped make it possible for that stuff to take place.
I mean, listen, I think that's a great thought.
Them fans is going to frying, but I don't know that it's like going to be anything that.
To get the rest of LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and Jonas Knox, podcast by searching 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe. Listen to 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe weekdays from 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
And now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
Kyler Murray don't care about nobody but Kyler Murray. That's just a matter of the fact.
So that's All Things Covered podcast there, talking about Kyler Murray, Patrick Peterson. And then yet Kyler Murray talking about their offensive scheme is kind of bleeped up. You don't need to say that. You can tell the media what you think they want to hear. You don't have to be honest. I mean, I appreciate it. Or just say nothing. Hey, we're working on this. And I got complete trust in Cliff Kingsbury. Don't make it any worse than what it already is or what it's going to be. And goes back to, is Kyler Murray, other than being a talented quarterback, the guy you want as your quarterback? And is Cliff Kingsbury an NFL head coach? We've been asking these questions, and they're not going to go away anytime soon.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Here we go.
The Herd.
Whoa.
Colin Cowherd talks about sports.
You have to be a unifier, a lubricator.
Or do sports talk about Colin Cowherd?
What does that tell you?
Only Colin knows for sure.
Me.
That's why he has a radio show.
Being great is really important.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I'm a radio idiot.
Listen every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Mornings on FS1. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Weekdays at 9:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Here's what you need to know.
4 games going on in the NFL right now. The Chargers are taking on the Raiders in Las Vegas, and their defense is putting in the work.
Carr again, and that pass is up in the air, intercepted. The Chargers have it. A flag comes in late.
Wow.
As of right now, it's a Bryce Callahan TD. Let's see what the flag is. Asante got the tip. Callahan with the pick.
Chargers Radio Network on the call. The touchdown was good. The extra point was good. So the Chargers are beating the Raiders 7-0 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Bengals have extended their lead over the Chiefs with another touchdown. They're up 14-3 early in the second. The Dolphins and the 49ers are tied at 10 apiece also early in the second, while the Seahawks have a slight lead on the Rams. 14-10 is the score. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Earlier today in the NFL, the Steelers held on and beat the Falcons 19-16, and the Packers came alive in the second half and won 28-19 against the Bears. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Way to hit! Your Fox Sports Red Zone Radio rolls on.
Lock it. Choke it from outside.
Recapping the early games and bringing you the hits and plays that are going down now.
Down the sideline, touchdown, 83 yards.
This is Fox Sports Red Zone Radio.
Hey, lock it back!
Now, live from the TireRack.com studios of Fox Sports Radio, here's Dan Beyer and 6-year NFL veteran George Reister.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 great games in this late window. Listen, I'm not overselling it either. Even the worst game of this 4-game set that we've got in Week 13 still has some intrigue because the Seahawks are trying to break through and get into the playoffs. The Rams, while completely shorthanded, have had the Seahawks number over these last few years, and that's a ball game in L.A. Plus, the Chargers try to get revenge against the Raiders from what happened in Las Vegas last season. And then you got the 2 Titans. Listen, we knew Kansas City and Cincinnati was going to be a game, and the Bengals just got into the end zone. We'll tell you how they did that in just a second. But we've also got the Dolphins and the Niners. Shanahan against McDaniel in a tight one. We've got a dandy afternoon for you as we are broadcasting live from the TireRack.com studios. TireRack.com will help you get there. An unmatched selection, fast free shipping, free road hazard protection, and over 10,000 recommended installers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And George, I want to start in Cincinnati because the Bengals did get into the end zone as Joe Burrow hit T. Higgins from 12 yards out to extend the Bengals lead 14-3 early in the second quarter. And I know that no team in the NFL is afraid of another team. But there is absolutely no fear for the Bengals when they take on the Chiefs. They beat them in Cincinnati last season in the regular season. Obviously, we know what happened in the AFC Championship game last year, and now Cincinnati coming out and beating the Chiefs early on. There may be some trepidation with teams. Kansas City, Kansas City comes here, they're the Chiefs. That doesn't seem to register with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, well, why would they care? I wouldn't care. I mean, this is a team that is clearly mortal. They have already lost 2 games this season, and you beat them last year in the playoffs. So you're like, yeah, we can win, but you do understand the gravity of the situation. Now, when you get in those, you're saying, all right, we can't come out here and be lackadaisical. We can't bring our C game. This is one of the games that it's funny because it's very difficult to be the Chiefs because you get everybody's A game every single week because they know that if you don't bring that A game, that you will blow them out.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder. It is much easier to be the Jacksonville Jaguars than it is, and much easier to be the Cincinnati Bengals than it is to be the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the hunter versus the hunted.
There is something though I do believe in validating what we've got. Like this Bills Chiefs rivalry is an intriguing one. The Bills have actually won in Kansas City the last couple of regular seasons, but it was the divisional playoff game in Kansas City where the Bills thought they'd won, and then Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill and Harrison Butker had different ideas. But Kansas City ends up winning that game, and yeah, Bills went there and won earlier this year. But nobody's had Kansas City's number. And I don't know if you could call the Bills having their number
How can you say that they have them? They're a number. Anytime they get in a game that matters, Kansas City wins.
Yeah, well, they didn't win the AFC Championship game against Cincinnati last year.
No. I'm talking about the Chiefs and the Bills.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
that if you never win any of the significant games, what does it matter if you win a regular season? Oh, we beat them every time in the regular season, but when all the chips are on the line, they beat us. As opposed to Cincinnati, they believe like, oh, hold up. We can beat these dudes in the playoffs because we did it last year. But there is going to be a heightened sense of awareness because they know that to win that game last year, they had to walk through the raindrops.
Well, I look at it like where nobody, and I'm not saying that Cincinnati would have Kansas City's number if they win today. It's just, for some reason, like the league is having a very difficult time in breaking through and figuring out Kansas City. I don't know how even great Kansas City is this year. We know that Patrick Mahomes is, right now the front runner to win the league's MVP, best record in the AFC. But for Cincinnati, and going into the week, George, I thought this was a game that Kansas City is going to win. I just thought like, okay, this is, and maybe that's where my slanted point of view comes from. I'm like, all right, the Chiefs are going to go to Cincinnati because of the recent history, because of what's going on, and they're going to leave with a victory because that's what the Chiefs do. And I think sometimes people fall victim to that.
I still believe they will leave with a victory. And remember, Dan, I think sometimes because me and you are really big college football fans too, right? Mm-hmm. And there are other people that are like us. So I think sometimes we forget that there's a big difference in college football and the NFL when like you have a team that's quote unquote supposed to be good in college football and they never can beat anybody badly, then that's a red flag. In the NFL, just winning is all that matters. Doesn't matter how you win, if you like that if you win every single game, because so many of them finish, like pretty much every single game finishes in a one-score game. So if you win by 7, as long as you don't have to come back every single game, then there's nothing to be alarmed about in the NFL.
Do you think that Kansas City, like if we're taking teams over the last 5 years, they would be the cream of the crop in the NFL, right? I mean, they'd probably, like if you were to pick one team, who's had the best like last 5 years? Would you say the Chiefs?
Oh, yeah. I would say easy the Chiefs because you would have put the Patriots in there but then Brady was gone, and the Cowboys have been up and down. The only other team that I think that you can even, I guess, put in there would be the 49ers and the Packers because they've had so much consistency, but now the Packers consistency is gone too.
Yeah, and the Chiefs have the Super Bowl win, which would trump, what the Niners or what the Packers did, especially because it was over the Niners as well. But that's where like that's how I look at this is like, and Cincinnati, is a Johnny come lately once Joe Burrow comes into town, but yet all of a sudden it's like, wow, that's the team that's going to have their number. Like, you mentioned like life in the NFL and how it's easier to be the Jaguars than the Chiefs. And I agree with that. I think that you're right. It's why it's actually tough to play at Duke, cause every time you lose, every student body rushes the court if it's on the road. Like anytime Duke plays, it doesn't matter if they're ranked, 1 or 21, you're a road game and you have Duke come into your gym and you win, fans are rushing the court.
Prime example. I see it with my son's high school in football and basketball, right? In girls basketball, because they're one of the top teams in the country in all of these things, especially in hoop. And I see it with Bronny James all the time because so they literally get even of the good teams, like when they play other nationally ranked teams, those teams are up even more because of who's on the court. So you never, and those other teams, they get to play in obscurity and just on a regular, in the NFL, a normal nondescript 10 a.m. kickoff that other people are watching the other game more. And the top teams don't get that luxury. You get everybody's A game, and you have to like ward off that every single week because there's no way to have your A game every single week of the season. So the fact that you have to ward that off every week is incredible.
It is a pressure, and you're right. Kansas City gets that every single week. The point that I think is interesting though of Cincinnati, and again, first half. And they're up 11. By the way, Jimmy Garoppolo has been ruled out for the rest of the game for the 49ers. Left early with an ankle injury. They're still tied with the Dolphins at 10 apiece, but Jimmy Garoppolo has been ruled out for the rest of the game. So it's the Brock Purdy show.
Bro, the Dolphins just keep running through the raindrops, bro. Oh, my Lord. Dude, and so like prior to the game this week, I was talking about it this week, and I picked the 49ers. Not because I think the Dolphins are bad, but because they have like they've literally run through the raindrops. Like they have all the good teams that they've played have literally not been either at full strength, like quarterback problems, something. Except for the Ravens, when the Ravens literally gifted them a game in a manner that I have never seen, where there was no turnovers, no blocked punt, drop punt, or something like that, and you lost a game when you were essentially up 24 points in the fourth quarter. Like I've never seen that happen in the NFL. So like to see that, and then Tua to not have lost a game as the starter this year, like you felt like it had to, they're going to have to face adversity at sometimes, but if things keep playing out like this, then there's no way that it keeps working out like this in the playoffs. I would bet against them every single week in the playoffs because there's only so much luck that you get. Only so many fortunate bounces.
They did have a 5-game stretch that had very favorable matchups. The Dolphins ended up, they took care of the Texans last week in a game that was done at halftime, basically. But I see what you're saying. They have the Steelers, Lions, Bears, Browns, and Texans. But I mentioned the Browns, and that's not to put them. They're going to be a whole other topic of conversation on the show. But like when we talk about the Bengals and not yet having Kansas City's number, but if they win this game, it'll be 3 in a row. Joe Burrow is your quarterback. And now you start to wonder, like, what is it with Cincinnati? Like, I get it, like, if the Browns have the Bengals number. Because, you know what, maybe Browns, like, their style of play. It's like that 500 team or that 6-win team that for some reason just always plays like a top team well. Like, you get that. Like, the matchups, and this team can come and bite that really good team in the butt anytime that they play. That's just the way it is. With the Bengals and with the Chiefs being who they are, like, it's not like the Bengals are sneaking up on Cincinnati. And the Bengals are still able to have their way, which is what I think is so surprising. And that's what just stands out to me. And the Bengals ended up having to punt it back to Kansas City, so the Chiefs will get the football back in their own territory. But it's not like the Bengals snuck up on KC. And it's why to go back to the main point. It's why I liked Kansas City today, because I'm like, yeah, the Bengals aren't gonna be sneaky. Chiefs know exactly what's gonna happen, and they're gonna be ready for it. And they may be ready for it, George, but for some reason the Bengals right now sitting on an 11-point lead. And that's what I think is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen this many, many times with Kansas City, where like stuff doesn't seem like it's going well, and then all of a sudden, they hold them to a couple field goals, and then they touchdown, fumble, touchdown. Oh my God, it's a 1-score game. So and that's honestly the thing that I love about the NFL, Dan, is just that you can't beat anybody in the first quarter. You can't beat them in the second. You can't beat them in the third. Like, it is just you must win the entire game.
Unless it's the Dolphins and Texans. Completely different. That's the exception to the rule. He's George Reister. Get him on Twitter at George Reister. You can find me, Dan Beyer, on Fox Well, yeah, at Dan Beyer on Fox. That's the Twitter address. Going around the NFL, mentioned the Bengals still have that 14-3 lead on Kansas City. Dolphins and Niners still tied up at 10. Brock Purdy again going to be the Niners quarterback the rest of the way, 640 and counting in that one. Chargers have added a field goal. They got a defensive touchdown, and now they put 3 more points on the board. They lead in Las Vegas against the Raiders. 10 minutes to go until halftime in that one, 10-0. And the Seahawks against the depleted Rams team have a 14-10 lead, but one injury of note. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III, questionable to return to the game with an ankle injury. I thought it was a groin injury the way that he was acting early on in the game, but the Seahawks are characterizing it as an ankle injury for Kenneth Walker III, so one of their valuable weapons may be on the shelf for the rest of this one. It is Fox Sports Sunday, a Fox Football Sunday, and Red Zone Radio. You can always listen live on the iHeartRadio app. And if you're sitting maybe at home, don't have a signal, something's happening, go to foxsportsradio.com. And if you missed the show, just click on podcasts and look at Fox Sports Radio weekends. All right, he's George Reister. I'm Dan Beyer. Coming up next, we'll dive more into this Dolphins-Niners game. And can the Niners survive without Jimmy Garoppolo? Who would have thought we'd be saying that? That's next year on Fox Sports Radio.
The day is set. The routes have been planned.
Let's dominate.
Your team is ready.
Let's go.
Tighten those laces.
Yeah.
And insert that mouthpiece.
Let's go bludgeon their ass.
Holiday shopping is now. When you bust through that coverage for that deal, listen to us on Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. Football weather is here. Freezing temps, sleet, snow, and ice. Are your tires ready to tackle winter's worst? The experts at TireRack.com will get your vehicle ready for prime time. They sell tires that dominate winter, like the Yokohama Ice Guard. Go to TireRack.com/sports. Tell them what you drive. Test results, tire ratings, consumer reviews, all the stats you need to make the right call. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
You might get wireless data everywhere, but do you have to use it all the time? If that's not really you, there's TracFone. You can get the same nationwide 5G coverage as big carriers, but you pick a plan that you need for a lot less. Unlimited talk and text plans start at $15 a month, no contract. And now get a Nokia C100 for just $39.99. TracFone. Now you're in control. While supplies last, 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact: Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Can pros and Joes work together?
I'm a defensive guy.
Can they find common ground?
Is everybody this sensitive all of a sudden?
You're damn right they can. And they're taking mornings to a whole new level.
I'm starting to get a little antsy in my pants. I don't know how else to put it.
LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and Jonas Knox.
Coming around. It's our show.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe.
Jump on board.
Weekdays at 6 Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. There are some shows you don't want to miss.
Anyway, it's a big story.
And there are some shows you can't miss.
Yes.
This is Covino and Rich.
Before the maniac known as Kanye West got kicked off of Twitter, he posted a picture of Chris Paul and he tweeted, "Let's break one more window before we get out of here. I caught this guy with Kim. Good night." So then everyone on social media is like, "Oh, damn, Chris Paul and Kanye?" I'm sorry, Chris Paul and Kim with Kanye would be a weirdest. Yeah. Kim Kardashian has denied, saying Kanye West is trying to deflect from his Hitler praise. I did not cheat on him with Chris Paul.
Now, can you also imagine if you're Chris Paul, what you're thinking, like, wait, what?
Well, I'm sorry. Whoa.
You know, I wasn't expecting to wake up to this.
It did get me thinking, like, have you ever been accused of being with someone that you were not with? Like, that's a weird feeling. It's like, wait, you think I was with her? For real, I wasn't.
Not that I recall, but I try really hard to forget things like that. So maybe it's my defense mechanism saying no. No, not specifically. But look, I'm not saying you should be involved with married people at all. But if Chris Paul's going to be linked to somebody, Kim Kardashian's not a bad... Well, it depends, because a lot of people don't like her either, but she's a good-looking woman.
I wonder if it makes people think, oh, Chris Paul. Maybe he's a little cooler. Did it make you think Chris Paul was cooler for a minute?
Not cooler because, you know, we're talking marriage. Yeah, we're talking marriage here, and there's nothing really cool about that.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong, and you're listening to Covino and Rich, so listen up.
To get the rest of what Covino and Rich said, podcast it by searching Covino and Rich. And as always, you can hear Covino and Rich weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
Here we go.
The Herd.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Colin Cowherd talks about sports.
You have to be a unifier, a lubricator.
Or do sports. Talk about Colin Cowherd.
What does that tell you?
Only Colin knows for sure.
Me.
That's why he has a radio show.
Being great is really important.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I'm a radio idiot.
Listen every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. It's amazing.
Amazing.
The things that we do for you on a daily.
Let's go, walk.
From the mornings.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah. To the late nights.
They call me Moneyball Mallard. I'm in a different part of the galaxy.
Yeah. We never stop.
They know. They can't stop it.
We're always on.
We do this on a daily basis.
And this amazing content is all for you on Fox Sports Radio. The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken.
Wow.
You can see him on The Herd, weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 in the Fox Sports app. This is Fox Red Zone Radio, and we've got the plays that you may have missed.
Higgins out to the right. Burrow throws a slant.
Nice.
Higgins with a catch. He breaks a tackle. He extends the ball. Touchdown.
Nice.
Bengals, as the Bengals score touchdowns on their first two drives.
Now, back live to the studios of Fox Sports Radio. This is Fox Red Zone Radio.
He's George Reister of the NFL Vet. I'm Dan Beyer. It is Week 13 in the NFL. You just heard the highlight courtesy of the Bengals Radio Network. Kansas City trying to answer that score. They've got a first and goal down at about the Bengals 1 yard line. Jared
What did I just tell you, Dan?
I know. It's not over yet.
I know, but I'm saying like to where people were watching this game like, oh my God, Cincinnati's dominating Kansas City. Like, slow down, bro. It is not possible to score enough points in the second quarter that Kansas City can't come back and win. It's literally not possible for any other team in the NFL to score enough points. I mean, even if it were 50-20 at halftime, I would still believe that Kansas City could score enough points in the second half to come back and at least tie the game.
I mean, know you are the true believer. The Chiefs.
No, I'm saying what amount of points? What deficit could a healthy Kansas City have at halftime? That, I mean, a reasonable deficit, and 30 points ain't even reasonable. But what deficit could they have that you'd be like, oh no, that's too much right there?
Okay, I would say 35.
Exactly.
Yes.
Do you realize the set of events that would have to happen for them to be down 35 points?
I know, but if it was 30, as you said, I'm like, well, they score to open up the second half. Now it's 30-7. You get a stop, and you score again, and now all of a sudden it's a 2-score game. So that's why I went to 35.